exciting.
I told Tony initially I wasn't gonna be able to go to OV, but I think I'm gonna try to figure it out. I'm like, yeah, I want to go to that game. That's gonna be
That'd be real good.
you know, yeah, I don't want to miss that one. So.
Am I reading this?
What?
All that stuff?
Oh shit!
Is this?
I don't know. Oh.
I mean, I know they're reading it, but I'm surely it's gonna be typed in. Yeah. Maybe just giving us the info.
I genuinely am unsure, but I'm sure there won't be that many people even watching sports. Maybe, I don't know. How many people watch this?
I don't. Sometimes they give us some numbers, but I don't know. Oh man.
Where it began, I can't begin.
Holy smokes. Said holy smokes. I didn't know we were gonna make it.
What, today? You not feeling well?
Oh, I mean, I didn't know we were gonna get out of work.
Oh shit, okay.
I was.
You not feeling well.
I mean,
Where you work at?
AIS Gauging. It's down in Industrial Park.
Sure.
Yeah, man. It's like
It's a grind day.
yeah,
That Friday.
yeah. But then we had a impromptu meeting at 4:45. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
That ain't never good.
Right.
So, yeah, I didn't know if I was getting out of there. There's a few people that get out of there. Luckily, I was able to get out. So I'm like, I'm thinking I'm gonna call Tony. He's gonna be mad. But
here we are.
Yeah.
We're about to beat the dog shit out of this.
Yeah.
I'm hoping their QB plays. I don't know. It looks like he's coming, but I don't
What's
know.
that?
Their QB was hurt last week, so it's like they don't know if he's going to play. Oh, thank God. Jesus, I'm looking at a dumbass camera right now.
Good evening and welcome to Northview High School and tonight's fall homecoming festivities. Tonight we celebrate a great week here at Northview High School. Let's meet our court. Our first freshman attendant tonight is Addie Murphy. She is the daughter of Chris and Micah Murphy. Her Northview activities include being on the volleyball team, track team, and choir. Addie's future plans are to attend college and major in sports, physical therapy, or become a labor and delivery nurse. After graduation, she would like to become a dog mom. Addie's escort tonight is Josiah Bennett. He is the son of Ashton Bennett and Cody Davis. His Northview activities include football and track. Please welcome Addie and Josiah. Our second freshman attendant is Addison Spetter.
Yes, sir.
The daughter of Luke and Stevie Spetter.
Yeah.
Her Northview activities include playing golf, basketball, and running track. Her future plans are to make the best of her 4 years at Northview, with plans to attend college after graduation.
Walt's here.
Addison's escort tonight is Braden Goff.
You want Walt to do it?
Braden's son of
You want me to do it?
Goff. Braden's Northview activities
Hey,
include
I'm here.
tennis, basketball, baseball,
Are we?
and he is involved
We're
in
not
the
piped
FCA.
into
Please welcome Addison and Braden.
McDonald.
Our first sophomore attendant is Isabella Metcalf.
Tony?
She's the daughter of Derek and Amanda Metcalf. and live in a big lake house. Isabella's escort tonight is Jace Deakins. Jace is the son of Carrie and Mike Deakins. Jace's activities include football, wrestling, and track. Please welcome Isabella and Jace. Our second sophomore attendant is Emma Reinl. Emma's the daughter of Anna and Brooke Reinl. Emma's involved in the jazz choir, including the state jazz choir and the spring musical. Her future plans are to attend college and do something in the music field. After college, she hopes to start a
Welcome to Northview High School. Northview's homecoming tonight. You're seeing the court for fall homecoming. Emma Reinl is who you're seeing on your screen. Our escort is Brandon Brewer.
And track and field. Please welcome Emma and Brandon.
Next up will be our third sophomore attendant tonight, Chloe Youngblood. Chloe is the daughter of Megan Youngblood and Brent Youngblood. She is involved in volleyball, basketball, DECA, and a manager for baseball team. Her future plans are to go to Purdue, live on a farm with cows, and eventually travel the world. Her escort tonight is Jackson Ferris. Jackson's son of Troy and Jennifer Ferris. Jackson's activities include playing basketball and baseball. Jackson. First junior attendant tonight is Emily Ravellas. She's the daughter of Sylvia Aravello and Jose Ravellas. She's an Excalibur. Her future plans to go to Purdue and get a Bachelor of Science in Biology and become a biology teacher. Then she wants to go back to get her master's in biology. Her escort tonight is Tanner Clausen. Tanner is the son of Mitchell and Jessica Clausen. Tanner's activities include being an Excalibur. Please welcome Emily and Tanner.
Our next junior attendant is Carmen Spagnardi. She's the daughter of Tony and Heidi Spagnardi. Her future plans to go to get an undergraduate degree at ISU, and then on to get her doctorate degree in psychology to become a psychiatrist. She would like to get married, build a big house in the country, have at least 2 children, and Rottweilers. Carmen's escort tonight is Cameron Bennett. Cameron's the son of Russell and Kamiko Bennett. His activities include playing football. Please welcome Carmen and Cameron. Our first queen candidate for the 2022 homecoming is Katie Bohr. Katie is the daughter of David and Amy Bohr. Katie's activities include cheerleading, tennis, Vice President of the Senior Class, National Honor Society, FCA, Spirit Club, and Excalibur. Her future plans are to attend ISU and major in business, be on their dance team, dance at Disney, break more records in Maroney's advanced PE class, and live happily ever after. Katie's escort tonight is Christian Romke. Christian is the son of Shelley and Keith Romke. Christian's involved in basketball, tennis, unified track, National Honor Society, and the Youth Grant Committee. Please welcome Katie and Christian. Our second queen candidate tonight is Taylor Bridgewaters. Taylor is the daughter of Nidra Bridgewaters and Bob and Mavery Bridgewaters. Taylor's activities include National Honor Society and Health Occupation Students of America. Her future plans to graduate high school, go to Ivy Tech for nursing. Her escort tonight is Caden Floyd. Caden is the son of Kim Bumgardner and Brandon Floyd. Caden is on the football team. Please welcome Taylor and Caden. Our next queen candidate is Caroline Koistra. Caroline is the daughter of Lisa Denham and Brian and Millie Koistra. Her activities include being on the tennis team, DECA, National Honor Society, and senior class president. Caroline's future plans are to attend Purdue, study pre-med, become a dermatologist, get married, and have 2 kids.
Now you can.
Caroline's escort tonight is Peyton Lear.
This is one of our queen candidates, Caroline Koistra.
Peyton's activities include being
She's the daughter of Lisa Denham and Brian and Millie Koistra.
Please welcome Caroline.
Part of her activities, DECA, National Honor Society, and senior class president. She wants to go to Purdue, study pre-med, become a dermatologist, get married, and have 2 kids. Very specific. She knows what she wants to do. Peyton Lear, the son of Ashley and Brooks Lear, is her escort. Leaving your screen, Caroline and Peyton. Next, Queen candidate, Katie Morrison. Katie is the daughter of Cindy and Andy Hughes and Alan Morrison. Katie involved in FCA, Excalibur's National Honor Society, as a part of the cross-country and track teams. Future plans are to continue running at USI, get her undergraduate in exercise science, get a doctorate in physical therapy, one day open her own practice. She wants to marry her boyfriend, have kids, and have an Italian greyhound named Piggy. Katie's escort tonight is Hunter Johnson. Hunter's the son of Kurt and Dana Johnson. He is in the National Honor Society, participates in tennis, basketball, and baseball. Please welcome Katie and Hunter.
Our next queen candidate is
Kirsten Metcalf. She's the daughter of Derek and Amanda Metcalf. She's involved in cheerleading, Occupational Health Students of America. Her future plans are to attend IUPUI and pursue dental hygiene, get married, and have 2 kids. Kirsten's escort tonight is Gabe Stockrum. Gabe is the son of Lynn and John Stockrum. He participates in football and unified track. Please welcome Kirsten and Gabe. One of the best parts of tonight, our fall homecoming flower girl, Eliza Trout. Eliza is the daughter of Josh and Kelsey Trout. Eliza is a 1st grader at Staunton Elementary. She enjoys dancing, tumbling, and spending time with her cousins. Her escort tonight is Lincoln Trout. Lincoln is the son of Craig and Robin Trout. Lincoln is a 1st grader at Staunton as well. He enjoys football, baseball, the rodeo, and spending time with his cousins. Eliza and Lincoln.
And now, our fall homecoming queen is...
Now we're going to announce the fall homecoming queen.
Katie Bohr.
Katie Bohr. Katie is the daughter of David and Amy Bohr. Her activities include cheerleading, tennis, vice president of senior class, National Honor Society, FCA, Spirit Club, and Excalibur. Future plans are to attend ISU, and major in business, be on their dance team, dance at Disney, break more records at Maroni's advanced PE class, and live happily ever after.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Queen Katie.
A big, big welcome and congratulations to your fall 2022 homecoming queen, Katie Bohr.
Got about 20 minutes to kick off, Walt.
Yeah. You know, it's always a fun time. Homecoming, so many festivities and lots of things for the students to do during homecoming week. And you know, the football game is going to be well attended.
There's a lot of people here already.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, there's going to be people on the north side of the stadium trying to sneak a peek.
It's a little bit of a trip from Sullivan, too, down
Yeah.
in Brazil. So I'm
Yep.
sure Sullivan's crowd will start to pile in as we
nice.
get closer to kickoff.
Nice crowd so far, but like you said, more will definitely be piling in and be able to take advantage and then really have a nice evening of football and festivities with Homecoming 2022, the fall variety. And I know that Katie Bohr, the homecoming queen, is hoping that her royal subjects bring home a big win against Western Indiana Conference foe Sullivan. We'll get into that as we move on into our pregame show, but we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to restart and come back with our intro momentarily. So sit back, relax. We'll be right back. We'll bring you the introduction and our pregame show for our football game of the week. We'll be right back.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network. Watching Northview High School football on the Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Good evening and welcome to Northview High School right here in Brazil, Indiana for tonight's high school game of the week. Hello, friends. Walter Gordon sitting alongside Mr. Brock Miller and bringing you all the action here tonight between a couple of Western Indiana Conference foes that, boy, they know a lot about each other. Northview and Sullivan. The Queen Katie Boer has just been introduced to royal subjects, and we set the stage. The pageantry is all finished right now, and we can start to set our attention, our sights to the football, and boy, it should be a fantastic game between two familiar foes.
Two 2-0 teams, Walt.
Yeah.
The Northview Knights are 2-0. Quarterback Kyle Kati and Imir Holman leading the offense. Mm-hmm. I don't think we've seen this offense get anywhere near what they can do offensively. They've thrown, no passing touchdowns so far, which when you're 2-0 doesn't matter too much. Teams are going to start stacking the box, and we'll see how the Knights adjust. In Kyle Kati's defense and the receivers, Avery Perry being a freshman, Armani Suggs is currently out. So in the heart of summer camp, rapport and chemistry is really big, and Kyle did not have that chance to really work with his top two receivers. We saw in the scrimmage, he found Aiden Robbins for a touchdown in the corner. So I think that's someone who he's even worked with a little bit more compared to the freshman. So I think as we see the Knights progress throughout the year, we're going to start to see that rapport and that chemistry kind of develop. And this is a 2-0 Knights team that can get far more dangerous than they are right now.
Sometimes it just takes time. Talk about the summer workouts, and I know that coaches always point to those summer workouts as the time to, establish some connectivity in the team. And when you have some injuries like that, kind of just slows down that progress.
Absolutely.
We talked about a new quarterback coming into the system, and maybe you're looking. Of course, you want to be hitting on all cylinders now, but boy, mid-season, you expect things to be a little bit different as you get healthy and get more familiar with each other.
And like I was saying earlier, when your top two receivers are freshmen, that's great for the future.
Right.
But that's going to take some time just in general for those freshmen to get into the game, to get used to high school football. And when we see Avery Perry and Armani Suggs is supposed to be back next week, and we'll see if we can start seeing that rapport develop. And I do believe we'll see that as the year progresses. And this Knights offense is going to continue to develop and become even more dangerous.
First time this season, we're going to see the Northview Marching Knights in full uniform. Might catch a little bit of their show during halftime as the team will gather here momentarily. But Sullivan High School, they're 2-0 as well, and they always put up a good fight. Very respected and respectable program, no matter what the sport or gender. And Sullivan, a very proud program, and they're going to want to come ruin things here.
Brand new head coach for the Sullivan Golden Arrows this year. The big question I think around Sullivan right now is I believe their quarterback went out in the second quarter last week. So I'm not sure if he's playing tonight. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
With Dennis Rates controlling that D-line mark with the secondary, the past 2 matchups when Rowdy has played, don't quote me, but I do believe he's left both of those games as well. So, Dennis will have something drawn up. So we'll just see if Rowdy's playing or if they have somebody else playing quarterback. That's going to really, really matter in terms of game plan for both teams.
And I know Rowdy's a tough customer. These kids are tough. They want to play. You watch Sullivan play, and these kids play with a lot of heart.
Absolutely.
Play with a chip on their shoulder.
Absolutely.
And they love to compete. And that's, boy, I got the chance to watch Sullivan basketball team as they were making their run through the IHSAA state tournament. Got all the way to semi-state. Boy, the competition level is high. With maybe some undersized kids and just scrappy as all get out. A lot of heart. So
I recall officiating Randy Kelly when he was in middle school playing AAU basketball, and just him easily giving really, really quality AAU teams 30 to 35 points and making it look really, really easy. So he's graduated. The Sullivan Golden Arrows graduated Mr. Newby, who was 6th place in the 100-meter dash last year at about 2:05. So when you lose a player like that, it is concerning. And Sullivan always competes. They're going to play hard. And just kind of looking ahead, next week, guess who they got?
Oh, boy.
What a yucky 2-game stretch for Sullivan. Coming down to Northview to play this high-powered rushing attack. And then next week, you get to play at home, but Linton Stockton's rolling into town. And I don't know what they're ranked in 2A, but I'm sure it's top 10.
I think so.
I'm sure top 5 maybe.
Tough road to hoe for the Sullivan Golden Arrows tonight. It starts in earnest. A couple of games under the belt, and they'll get a stuff test tonight by the Northview Knights, the homecoming.
Coach, your team's off to a 2-0 start. Got a great start. I know it's early in the year, but what are some things that you've liked about your team so far this year?
Well, I like that our kids have come ready to play every week. We've competed well. That North game came right down to the end, and our kids competed hard and made the plays when they needed to. The Greencastle game last week, early on we struggled a little bit, but our kids started kicking into gear, and we finished the game and had backups in the whole fourth quarter.
So who are you looking forward to this game this week against Sullivan to take a step forward?
Well, really everybody. I mean, we're still really early in the season. We're obviously nowhere where we need to be. We've been able to win, which is important. But there's so much stuff that we need to improve on, and we're looking for everybody this week to continue to improve their level of play.
So against this very talented Sullivan team, what are some things that are keys for you as you look at this team to make it your quest to get to 3-0?
Well, Sullivan, I think I read somewhere they haven't had a losing season for like 14 or 15 years. They're a team that wins year in, year out. They have really good players year in, year out. I was just telling our team, out of the 9 years I've been here, one of the two of us has won the conference or shared it, I think 8 of the 9 years. So, they're just a well-coached team. They love football. They're going to be well prepared. They have big playability. We got to be able to contain the big plays. Last year we really struggled to move the ball around. Defensively, they were really good defense. We only scored 16 points on last year, which might have been one of our lower outputs of the season. So we're going to have our hands full. We're going to be ready to play, and it should be a really good game.
So we're looking forward to a great game. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time today.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, wcindianafca.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
Your all-pro running back, Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an all-pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one all-pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1, you are. You're #1 at York.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And the Northview Knights taking the field as we come back from commercial break as the Northview Knights trying to defend home turf for homecoming Queen Katie Borg. And to move to 3-0. One of these teams is going to move to 3-0. One of them's going to drop to 2-1. Walter Gordon, Brock Billy here for the action here tonight. And I just heard an interview from Coach Mark Rates. And boy, you look at the way the season has gone so far. A lot to be excited about if you're a Northview Knights fan.
Kyle Kati, 50 carries. Amir Holman, 30 carries. That's 50 plus 30. That's 80 combined. That's 40 a game. I think Sullivan has a pretty good idea of what's about to happen.
Right.
I think Northview has a pretty good idea about what's going to happen, and we'll see. Something I love about Mark Rates is he never underestimates an opponent. And just to be frank, in my opinion, this is a game that the Knights, they need to win. They need to and win convincingly. I think they want to win convincingly. I don't think, they want Sullivan to come in and battle too hard. So we'll see. This is a game I'd like to see the Knights get some of those JV players in, maybe in the fourth. But we'll see. We'll see if Rowdy is playing. That's going to really, really determine the type of fight I think Sullivan's going to be able to put up this evening.
What set things for tonight's game. We're going to have the national anthem played by the Northview Marching Knights here momentarily as we get set for tonight's football game of the week. We'll have the national anthem. We'll come right back in just a moment.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look for ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
If you are an athlete, a farmer, work in the factory, or just work in your own backyard, you need the benefits of chiropractic care. Shaw Chiropractic, located in the Brazil Kroger Strip Mall. Dr. Julie and Dr. Michael Shaw, your friends for chiropractic care.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
A big thank you to our sponsors tonight, Indiana Army National Guard, our title sponsor, A-Plus Printing, Farm Bureau Insurance is Michael Bonomo, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lentz Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, Shaw Chiropractic, and York Automotive. York has locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield, ready to serve you and show you that you, my friends, are number one. Only one of these teams can leave number one in the Western Indiana Conference Gold Division after this game. They're both 2-0, the Sullivan Golden Arrows, the Northview Knights. One of them is going to have a blemish. Who will it be? Who's going to leave unscathed record-wise? We'll find out in 48 game minutes.
I think it's really going to revolve around the senior triplets, Luke, Rowdy, and Cody Adams.
Yeah.
You know, the Sullivan Golden Arrows are kind of go as they carry them, and they're big up front. So I think if they can compete up front with the NHS line, then we may have ourselves a battle, so we'll see.
And a lot of teams, people are going to be very excited to see the outcome of this game. A lot of eyes, I think, are going to be on this contest here tonight to see how these two teams stack up against each other. A lot of season left, but boy, this is a very good early test for both teams. The Sullivan Golden Arrows, their first two games, they won at North Knox 31-12, and they beat South Vermilion at home last week 24-14 in a hard-fought contest against a sophomore quarterback in Garzolini. Looked pretty decent last week. The Northview Knights, their first two games right here, Terre Haute North, gave them all they could, but the Northview Knights prevailed 27-21. Then at Greencastle, Northview triumphed 39-7. And what Coach Raitt said, got all their JV guys, played no varsity guys in the fourth quarter, I believe. Really? Sullivan Golden Arrows will kick this thing off here tonight.
So the mystery of Rowdy Adams, whether or not he's going to play this evening. He is dressed. He was throwing before the game, so we'll see. We're going to have to wait a possession, though, to tell whether or not Rowdy is playing. Number 6, Lucas Marlowe, the junior, and the junior number 1, Amir Holman, back to return for the Knights. Looks like it'll be fielded by Marlowe.
Marlowe has an opportunity here around the 5-yard line. Gives a little bit of a hole. We'll bring it out to close to the 30, a little bit across the 25-yard line, and about the 27 probably where they'll spot this. The Northview Knights will get their first crack at it from there.
The Knights are predominantly gun team, Walt. Very likely we will not see the Knights under center at all this evening, barring maybe a victory formation or some goal line type situations, maybe some short yardage situations. But generally speaking, Kyle Kati will be in the gun, being flanked by Amir Holman. Sometimes Tyler Lee, the junior, will come and spell Amir. Sometimes the freshman, number 34, Josiah Bennett, will get involved. But he has been hurt, so I don't think we'll see as much of him this evening.
First carry going far side. Guess who? Amir Holman. And he will bounce ahead for a nice gain on first down. And we'll set up
number 3, Cody Adams, on the tackle for Sullivan. Number 18, Avery Perry, in at receiver for the Knights. Freshman for the Knights. I believe next week Armani Suggs will be back for the Knights and begin practicing and hopefully get some of his first game action of the year. Tyler Lee in the Knights as well at the H-back position. Inside handoff to Holman.
Again. Holman getting, you're going to get several carries out of him. You want him to get a nice rhythm, to get into a nice lather early in the contest. That'll set up first down and 10 for the Knights.
Walt, I can barely hear you in my headphones. I'm hoping maybe we get some volume turned up by chance. I was trying to get somebody's attention. So first and 10 here for the Knights.
That's probably it right there. How's that?
That's
better?
much better. Thank you.
There we go.
Again,
so
Lee at the H-back and Amir flanking Kati in the gun.
Movement first penalty of the night, and hopefully we'll make a habit of this.
The Knights' hard count has been incredibly
Yes.
effective this year. I think we saw against North they got like 4 or 5.
Yes, they did.
Last week against Greencastle they got a couple, so that's a weapon for the Knights in itself, getting a quick 5. And and then we'll see probably number 1 or number 2 here carry the ball. Teams are going to start packing the box so much that we're going to see Avery Perry at some point break up the field and be wide open. We've got to connect with him when that happens. Kati in the gun.
Snap.
Inside
not
handoff
the
to
best.
Holman again.
Holman,
power
Surge,
football.
that offensive line is just massive, Brock.
Yeah.
I mean, they eat up yards, and they're getting pads on you, pushing you around. That line does a great job.
It's always 6 or 7 yards up the field. Walt is the big thing. Like, line can be whatever at the line of scrimmage, but when you have guards and tackles getting up on linebackers, that's why we see the Knights chunking off 10, 12, 13-yard runs, what seems like to be at ease so far this year. So,
1st and 10 from the 47.
Almost a 5-man front for Sullivan. Prepared for the run.
Here comes
Kati on the
his
counter.
First time. Nice yardage by Kati. He'll get around 8. And, you know, when you have the tools at your disposal and you force the defense to show their hand, don't you?
They're going to stack the box, and like I said, when the Knights do go to pass, it will be wide open. Amir and Kati are on pace to both rush for 1,000 yards. That would be the first time in school history that's happened. And they could really reach those numbers fairly easily. If they win one sectional game, they're going to they could both touch the rushing record, honestly.
Holman up the middle, gets that first down fairly easily there as the clock just moving along. We're already over 2 minutes on this drive, getting ready to have play number 6. As you're looking at, 5 plays and 3 first downs so far on this drive. That'll just tire a defense out pretty quickly. And not to say that Sullivan's tired. I'm not saying that. But over time, the accumulation of plays.
We were looking for that kind of battle in the trenches. If Sullivan cannot win that battle, it's going to be really, really difficult to stop the Knights.
Timeout.
So
I think
there
we
you
had
see
some
a timeout
personnel
right away,
issues,
some adjustments. Absolutely.
Quick timeout. We'll be right back.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Out of the timeout, 9:21 to go in the first quarter, little pistol formation. Here comes
quick toss
Holman.
out the Amir.
Not the best toss.
Great tackle there.
It was a
number
great
47,
tackle.
Eli Gettinger for the Sullivan Golden Arrows.
And Gettinger is a name for Sullivan that you seem like you hear year in and year out. And but
that might be like the 3rd time we've seen Amir get tackled clean in the open field this year. It's been taking 2-3 defenders. His ability to spin and his agility is really, really strong for a high school running back.
2nd down and 1 is what shows now. There we go. 2nd down and 11.
Perry in at receiver, Gabe Stockram and Jace Deakins in at tight end for the Knights.
A little flinching going on, but here comes Kati
QB
up the middle.
To Kati.
Good run, surging ahead, gets to the 2nd level and
Kyle
close to the
should have went
first down.
outside
He'll
there.
have it.
I think he would have went, Walt.
Say that again. Say that again.
I think had Kyle busted that run outside there, I think he had some daylight maybe.
Okay.
I would like to see Kyle get those shoulders down when the contact comes. As we progress in the season, get Terrace out, Skidole Valley, get some sectional teams coming in. We want to protect Kyle as much as possible. So I'm hoping he start getting those shoulders down just a little bit when contact is coming.
Perry goes far side. Sullivan expecting run. Kati goes left side. Armia with a little bit of a block and a nice tackle by Sullivan. Look like Lane Deckard. The linebacker gets the tackle there.
The Sullivan Golden Arrows in a 5-man front currently with 3 backers and some safeties crept up as well.
Yeah, you gotta.
We're going to see 8 to 9 in the box, I would say, all night, Walt.
You just have to.
And for the foreseeable future, honestly.
You have no choice with this team. One of these days, the team is going to make Northview spread this thing around. And until that time, high snap. Holman finds a hole, very patient. Gets down to around the 6-yard line, maybe the 7. Had another first down.
We had a helmet pop off there. Lane Deckard just got to sit out one play, and he'll pop back in.
You know, that timeout that we had a moment ago by Sullivan, the interesting thing I saw, they had even after they came out for the timeout, they had to run a player off the field. So I think they're having some issues communicating with the personnel, but they had to burn that timeout. You hate to see a team have to burn a timeout like that on defense early in the game. First and goal from the 6.
On about the 10th play of the drive.
Yeah.
Starting to see some of the Sullivan linemen. That's a jump on the Knights. They're going to back them up.
Yeah.
But as you kind of mentioned earlier, Walt, we are starting to see that Sullivan D-line kind of hands on hips. We'll see how many of them play offense. But I think this game, like I said earlier, is really going to be determined up front. If Sullivan can kind of, put up a battle in the trenches, that makes it much, much more difficult on Amir and Kyle to run the ball.
Knights back up 5 yards. So both teams have been penalized one time on this first drive so far.
Double tights for the Knights this evening with 88 sophomore Jace Deakins and senior 44 Gabe Stockram. Touchdown Knights.
Amir Holman into the end zone from 11 yards out. The penalty just gave him a little bit more room to roam. 11 yards and 6 points. The Knights get on the board first.
Number 12, Richie Alexander coming out to kick for the Knights. If we can, kind of poke holes in the Knights season so far, outside of wanting to see that passing game when it's necessary. So far it hasn't even been necessary. Start to click. And we have had some issues in the field goal department and extra point department, so you want to see that tighten up as the season progresses. It's just week 3, though.
Oh, a bad snap. Alexander gets that thing up, though. Great job by the holder, who was Luke Marlowe, to convert that. 7-0 your score, and Knights on top. We'll be right back.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
7-0 your score after a 10-play, 73-yard drive. 4 minutes and 21 seconds.
Number 1, the senior Luke Adams back to return for Sullivan. It's just him back there, so they're letting us know, hey, this is our guy. This is going to return the kick. He's going to need to be active today, Walt. You can give up points as long as you're scoring them.
Alexander does not get the ball. The up man at Joshua Wentz gets it and gets tackled around the 32-yard line.
31, Tyler Lee on the tackle. So let's see, Walt. All right, Rowdy Adams is in the game for Sullivan, so he is playing after missing the second half last week. So that's a big help for Sullivan.
It is. You want to have all cylinders, at least all available bodies.
Number 28, Lane Deckard, in at running back for the Sullivan Golden Arrows.
So back to pass, Adams getting flushed. And is it intercepted? Knights say they have it. The referee signals interception on pass number 1.
Number 32, Elias Graff on the interception for the Knights. It's close there on the sideline, Walt. I don't know if they're talking it over. Okay.
There's a flag on the play around the 39-yard line. Maybe a little jaw jacket over there potentially. Yeah, Northview is going to be penalized. And we're going to march back 15 yards.
1st and 25 for the Knights. It's never good when you start 1st and 25, but I do believe on that first drive they might have averaged about 8 yards a play. So
something like that.
By my math, maybe 3 plays, they can get to the first down.
So
again, still double tights. 88, Jace Deacons, and number 44, Gabe Stockram in for the Knights, and they are lined up in a double tight set. Holman and Kati in the gun.
They'll start this thing on the 42-yard line and see if we keep this thing on the ground. They do.
Counter to Kati.
He's got a little bit of room. He busts through there. He might be gone, and I guarantee he is. You're not catching him. 58 yards to pay dirt. Kyle Kati gives the Knights a 2-touchdown advantage.
That was easy.
Yes, it was.
Kyle Kati's been doing that all season. He's fast, he's strong,
long
he's big,
strider,
long strides, and I think he has the ability to get faster too. He has his own kind of running form. If he really tightened that form up, he could get even faster, which is really scary.
Yeah. See if we can get a good snap here. Marlowe did a great job.
Richie Alexander in the kick for the Knights again.
There's a better snap. Good hold, good kick. Same result, 14-0 Knights after a one-play drive. 6:10 to go first quarter. We'll be right back, folks.
At A Plus Printing, we do it all. Screen printing, business printing and documents, printing for weddings and senior announcements, screen printing of hats, shirts, sports teams, and uniforms, promotional items of all kinds, including koozies and coffee mugs. You name it, A Plus can print it. A Plus Printing in Brazil.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1. You are. You're #1 at York.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Well, the Knights displayed their quick strike ability. Everything staying on the ground thus far. And 2 touchdowns on 2 drives as Alexander will kick this thing off again. Fielded by Osborne, and he'll go right side. Get corralled across the 30-yard line, around the 33.
Number 6, Luke Marlowe on the tackle for the Knights.
So let's see the Sullivan Golden Arrow, just like this one play, intercepted. Rowdy Adams going to have to shake that thing off and, get ready to sling that peel again.
I do like how Coach Caton, he was hurt. He just said, hey, Rowdy, if you're going to play, we'd let him throw first play, and an interception is what it is.
Yeah.
They can make it back here if they can just get the ball in the end zone.
Shotgun
Spread formation for Sullivan.
Adams in motion.
Quick inside handoff to 28.
And this is where you're going to find the line, that Northview defensive line. It's just like the offensive line. These guys are pretty nasty.
They've been playing forever too.
Yeah.
Most of them been playing since they were sophomores. You know, as this class graduates, that is an area where the Knights are going to have to find some people to step up. Just kind of looking into next year, as most of these seniors will end up graduating outside of Jace Deakins.
So a couple of seniors in the backfield with Adams and Deckard. Deckard has the ball again. Puts his head down, but gets taken down a few yards shy of the first. He'll have third down at about 4. This is a big drive offensively for Sullivan. They need to get a couple first downs.
Yeah,
get the ball in the end zone.
They're going to have to get the ball and score. It's yeah, you don't 21-0 first quarter. That's it's not good night, Irene.
No bueno.
But it's yeah, no.
2 receivers far side, one to the near, high snap. Adams under pressure, looking for a running lane, not having it, but we'll get the face mask as it was unintentional.
Sure.
But sometimes that happens. You get the quarterback dips his head, and you get a swipe trying to grab him as he dodges you, and sometimes that happens. Unfortunate for the Knights, but hey. Oh, they're going to pick it up? Oh, no, they didn't.
First down, Sullivan. Sometimes it's just nice to see the chains reset, regardless of how it happens. Moving, looks like past midfield. Like to see the Golden Arrow score here. Get close, get some points on the board, a field goal at least. We'll see if they eventually let Rowdy Adams, rip one deep.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
We did see Terrell North a couple times. They went opposite Imir. Teams tend to look the opposite of him, which is sharp. And they have Luke Adams currently in the slot opposite Imir. I would look to see them get Luke Adams involved in the slot ASAP.
Handoff.
Handoff to Deckard, busted outside.
Yeah,
Great
nowhere to go.
Tackle there.
Lost
Dakota
a couple
Mackey
yards.
and Jace Deakins on the tackle there for the Knights.
The one thing that I was a little bit worried there on that play was a potential face mask as the hands get high. You got to worry about that when the hands get high.
Still spread formation for the Golden Arrows. Deckard in the backfield with Adams. Number 42, Caden Arnett, the sophomore, 6'3", 185. He got some size.
Yep.
And number 34.
Going that way.
Good pass
There's
by
your
Rowdy
size.
Adams.
There's your size we just
Threw it up
talked
nice
about.
And high. Put it where only he could get it. That's a great throw.
Yes, it is.
And as a quarterback, it just feels good. Get that first completion, kind of get the nerves out, and hopefully Rowdy can start kind of moving it around.
3rd down and 6. Ball rests on the 41 of Northview.
Also another sophomore, number 34, DJ Gaines, at receiver for Sullivan.
And yeah, that's I was going to say. That's who Imir is shadowing. So Imir going to try to take him away.
Well, I think now Imir is either going wide side. There's Adams, and really close to a first down. I'm not sure. They might measure.
They're saying 4th down.
All right, 4th down, huge, biggest play of the game so far, and we're 3 minutes left in the first. So it's not always a good thing to say, but sadly I think it's true.
Sullivan up to the line pretty quickly. They look to the sideline for the call.
I got a feeling we might see a quick screen here by Sullivan. Them trying to run up the middle with that D-line right now, I think Coach Caton knows that's not the method right now. Reset here, see what Coach Caton calls.
There's the next play coming in. Still 9 on the play clock. High snap, up the middle, just like you mentioned, surging ahead,
down.
Powering for that first down. It was a nice little dive play there, get that first down.
Nice little drive here by Sullivan.
Yes.
They moved the chains here now twice, 2-3 times. And even if they don't score here, just instilling some confidence. Next time they get the ball, they know they can move it on the Knights, and that really, really helps in offense. That Sullivan O-line is large. They have some big boys, too. I mean, we've got a battle up front for sure.
Knights with that shift that's customary. Here comes the pressure. Got a little lick on him and made the ball sail. Adams had to get rid of a little early as that pressure came in on him pretty hard.
Gabriel Stockram was coming in with bad intentions. That's a good kid, though. He helped him up. And Rowdy Adams stood in the pocket, looked down the barrel, and took a shot, and that's what you want to see your quarterback do. You know that he's tough. But I would keep going right back to number 1. That's who he was looking for there, and I'm sure at some point they can connect. Explosive plays are such a big deal in high school football, really football in general. Whoever has the most 20, 30-yard plays, 90% of the time, they're going to be the team that wins.
Third down coming up for the Sullivan Golden Arrows on a very pivotal drive here.
Coach Caton running a no huddle, keeping it in a spread, calling the plays from the sideline, seeing what he sees, and making the call that way. Almost like a pistol gun formation with Deckard really close to Rowdy Adams.
Coming near side. Oh, a little bit of high throw, and I tell you what, DJ Gaines upset with himself. The sophomore feels like he should have had it. Went through his hands. I would agree with him. He should have come down with it.
I like to see Rowdy going, at Imir. Keep him honest. Let him know I will throw it there. He probably doesn't prefer it.
What North did not do.
Absolutely
North did not do that.
And today we're seeing Imir back a little bit against North, against Jaden Waite. He was almost in, not man, but he was pressed too for sure.
I'm surprised he's not seeing a little bit more press here since I don't think Gaines could get back by Imir.
Floyd
now
is
he's
creeping up here, so we do see some press too here by the Knights.
4th and 7. And we're going to get another timeout. What are we getting?
I'm not sure.
No flags. We're going to get a conversation. I don't know if there was a clock issue that we're talking about here or what the case, but we'll find out momentarily. Big play here for the Sullivan Golden Arrow.
It is now 4th down.
Well, they're saying it announces 4th down, and I think, the scoreboard said 4th down. I don't know what the chain down and distance marker. I don't know what. Maybe that's
I'm
third.
very easily confused, so I genuinely I'm not real sure.
I thought everybody knew it was 4th.
So we got a little 3 wide formation, trips to the left for Sullivan. Luke Adams on the island up top.
Going up top and just missed his receiver. That was going for Gaines once again on a little go route and just overshot him.
Rowdy's making the right reads.
Yeah.
It's there. It's good defense. But he's seeing the field well right now. Just got to bring that ball down just a little bit. But he is finding the holes in that Knights defense. Just got to connect on those. Now, 1st and 10, Knights up 14-0, minute 45 in the first. You don't want to see an explosive play here by the Knights, or it's going to be a long next 3 quarters for Sullivan.
Right. Minute 46 in the quarter number 1. Sullivan, a nice drive. They're a Brock and 10 plays.
Confidence builder for sure.
Yeah, but just couldn't pay that thing off.
It was a long drive, but not a lot of time went off the clock. I don't know when they started exactly. Good tackle there by number 72, Camden Singer, the 6'3", 225-pound junior. I will say this, just in the 2 games that we've seen, Terre Haute North had some good defensive players, obviously, but in terms of tackling Imir in the open field and getting him down kind of one tackle, Sullivan's by far doing the best job I think we've seen so far this year.
One thing that you'll see with Northview, first you're going to huddle. Secondly, you're going to drain that play clock, down probably at this point, down to around 10. Even this early in the contest. They're going to be in no hurry.
Just a 1 receiver set. Quick power to Imir.
Flag,
hold, probably
hold
on the Knights.
Yeah.
That'll be coming back. But freshman Avery Perry's on the island up top. Number 4, Isaac Osborne, the junior, needs to stay awake because I have a feeling sooner than later, they're going to take a shot. If anything, just to keep him honest.
And you have to do that.
Absolutely. Even if you don't complete the passes, the Knights have still been throwing the ball, just keeping the teams honest. Avery had some good catches last week, looked good in the open field when he got the ball. He's going to be an impressive football player and athlete for the Knights. He's just young. I mean, he's maybe 15 years old, probably not even 15 years old yet. So he's going to be a name we talk about for a long time. Like I said, next week, AJ Suggs hopefully make his Northview appearance, and Avery and AJ are going to be special for the Knights.
And What do we got here?
Coach Raid's going to call a
Timeout.
timeout.
47 seconds to go. Northview calls the first time of the quarter. We'll be right back.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
End of quarter number one, the latter stages, I should say. The
Kati
Knights
back to
have
pass.
second and 19. Pass
Looking
number
for
one
Avery
over
Perry.
the middle. And nicely defended by Eli Gettinger. Gettinger has good size, 6'3", as you mentioned earlier.
Absolutely, a lot of size. Pretty good throw there by Kyle. That was going to be a tough catch for the freshman there, but you like to see him, let it rip. And like I said earlier, just kind of keeping him honest, letting him know, hey, we will take our shots. And sometime soon, those are going to start hitting for sure.
Third down and 19. See what the Knights call here. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a quarterback keeper.
Double tights for the Knights. Tyler Lee in like an H-back offset from Jace Deakins, just shotgun. Double tights roll out here by Kati.
And we've got to have lane integrity. Here comes Kati. Took a big hit.
Big
a very
there
big
for
hit there.
Big stop.
Camden Singer.
Now, hopefully they don't call a late hit, some sort of personal foul on Sullivan, because that would be deflating. Because that's a good third down stop. Make the Knights punt for the first time. Again, just building up that confidence. Just don't want to see the floodgates open. A 14-point game in football is no big deal.
Right.
But you see it creep up to 21, to 28. That's when you start thinking,
wow. Face mask against Sullivan. It's going to give the Knights 15
first down.
yards.
Oof.
And a
You
first
hate that
down,
for
more
Sullivan.
importantly. That's a killer right there.
Absolutely. And again, when Kyle scrambles like that, that's when chaos kind of happens in football. When you see a quarterback just scrambling, he'll wait for the defenders to get down the field and take off at the last second, loves to cut it back. It's just really, really hard to stop right now. I assume at some point, and maybe even right now, Luke Adams might be like spying Kati. I don't know for sure, but at some point, teams are going to kind of start just keeping someone to watch Kyle Kati.
False side against the Knights. And I was looking at the clock. The Knights did not have to snap the football in that quarter before the quarter expired. I kind of thought they would just let the clock expire going to the second quarter fresh. We might see that here after, I believe, the play clock will start and the game clock will start here.
This has been a long first quarter.
Let the quarter expire.
Yeah, for as many rushing plays as we've had, it's been like a 30-minute first quarter.
So back-to-back penalties will end the quarter. You had a penalty to give the Knights a first down, and a penalty that marched them back 5 yards. First and 15 will be the first play after your break. We'll end the first quarter, 14-0 Knights. We'll be right back on the Indiana Sports Network.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
we are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Back in Northview High School, second quarter starting right now. The Northview Knights will have 1st and 15. From their own 38-yard line, 14-0 your score. The Knights scored on their first 2 possessions of the contest. Now this is possession number 3.
The Golden Arrows were so close to having a, a third down stop there. A rough face mask penalty gave the Knights the first down. But a quick penalty. Now we're at 1st and 15, so we'll see. They're doing some Hall of Knights inductions this evening. Listening to all their accomplishments makes me feel like an abject loser.
That's right.
But that's okay.
You know, but they don't put the ordinary and average in the Hall of Fame at a school
Absolutely
like
not.
this. So
absolutely not.
Great accomplishments for these individuals. So
they said Dr. Beachkowski had 30 articles published.
Wow, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Brady Shoemaker. I played. Well, actually, my son played with his son at a baseball program around here. So nice to see Brady going to the Hall of Fame. Very great night.
Great football player as well.
Yes, and great individual, great guy.
Wilmington Herald Times, I think top 33 player his senior year. I think he led the state in interceptions. So not only a great baseball player, but also a great football player as well.
Yep.
Our 4th inductee is Ernie Simpson.
Ernie Simpson being honored as well.
Assuming we'll have some sort of a moment of silence here for Mr. Simpson. He's a man who gave me my first job as a teacher, so I really appreciate him for that. And it was a terrible situation.
As human resource director, during that time, Ernie moved back to the football field as a volunteer coach at Northview. Tonight, his mother, Christy Simpson, is here to represent her son, inductee Ernie Simpson. Our 5th inductee is Larry Stuckey. Larry served as an officer in the Marine Corps, 2nd Marine Division, and active duty
Larry
from 62
Stuckey.
to 65.
Being inducted now.
He taught in an era where wrestling was taught in gym class.
How about that?
As a gym teacher, I find that absolutely wild. I think it's awesome, but
I agree.
I mean, I wish.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yep. Apparently, they would just number children and just say a number and just grapple a bit.
Yeah.
Different era now.
It is a little bit different.
A little bit different.
I'm not saying better.
No, absolutely not. In a lot of ways, it is better.
Yeah.
But in some ways, I guess I wasn't even around for those days, honestly, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. Just kind of spitballing here, Walt, until we can get back to playing football.
Got a little extra time, don't we? A little extra time we weren't expecting there.
But the Knights got the ball again, 1st and 15. Perry on an island down here by himself, double tights. It's been pretty similar formations here for the Knights.
Isaac Osborne shadowing Perry.
Yep. And he's up. So, I mean, if Avery can get behind number 4 and we can put it where it needs to be. But it looks like number 4 is going to do a good job of getting back in his drop. QB counter to Kati. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's going to be close, and he will have the first down and more. Cut it back up the field. Will get shoved out of bounds.
And he got tackled. Yeah, that'll be another 15. They're going to be at about the 15-yard line going in. I mean, Kyle's probably at 100 yards now.
Close.
He's going to crush the Northview rushing record. I've just accepted that. I have no idea. Okay. If it's 1,200, he's beating it. I know it's close to that. I think Ben Gurton, maybe Corbin Allen, one of those two.
I know Corbin was over 1,000.
Yeah, they both
was he over
were.
1,000 junior and senior year?
Yeah, I believe so.
And then
I mean, they both were phenomenal running backs.
And then you had,
the one difference is it looked like during those times the passing game was hitting just a little bit more. And I don't know about volume, but I mean, Kyle's volume right now has been insane. It's been incredibly difficult to stop on the ground, and you factor in Imir, who's also incredibly difficult. Week 5, the Knights travel down to Owen Valley. That's going to be a test.
Yeah, it will.
And then week 6, Terre Haute South.
Yeah.
Here, going to be a huge game.
defense
Bad blood,
there.
all of that.
Yep.
I can't wait.
12-yard line. Holman, and did I see a flag throw in? Yeah,
Maybe
I did.
encroachment on
Wasn't
the
there
Knights,
Skelton? Skelton, running back? No. Who am I thinking of?
There's been a bunch. Jamie Bays.
I'm talking about 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Before Allen. Who was before Allen?
Oh, MJ Shelton.
Yes, MJ.
Yeah.
He had 1,000 yards. Did he have maybe 2,000 yards?
No. Oh, you mean 2? Yeah. Like maybe his junior, senior year.
That's what I was thinking.
So it's like, I'm guessing like 1,150 to 1,300, give or take. Just looking at where Kyle is now, 300 yards, 2 games, basic math, 300 times 5, depending on how much he plays. That's 1,500 right there.
And some teams will try to take that away, but you look at the schedule, there's going to be a lot of teams that aren't going to be able to do that. Just personnel-wise, can't match up. So.
And people say, they're not passing. This is what Mark wants to do.
Yeah.
He has no problem running this ball 40 times a game. And until teams, objectively stop it, not just get a couple stops here on 3rd and 4th down, he's going to keep doing it. So,
and it's just demoralizing to a defense
absolutely.
as well. It really is.
He does not mind Kyle running 20, 25 times a game, and he's a weapon. He's fast. Imir is fast. It's just scary, for me to think that when this passing game does start to click and our freshmen, getting their feet wet, become close to being sophomores, this Northview offense could be wheels up soon. Roll out here by Kati. He's going to take off.
Yeah, watch out.
Good play. He's just elusive.
Yeah, he is. And you want
he stays up so much that I'm just worried he's going to get hurt.
Me too. He twisted around.
He's so tough to bring down that he'll stand up and he's got those long legs. If somebody comes in, hits your knee. And
that's right.
I do get a little bit worried in those instances. But he's like a running back. I mean, he's very, very difficult to bring down.
Kati stands at 6'3", so this is a young man that's very tall.
Him and Imir both have been taking their weightlifting very, very seriously. Kyle has been since he got to Northview. It's almost like he's kind of become obsessed with working out and getting bigger, getting stronger, and you can tell. I mean, number 1 and number 2 are a serious problem in the Wabash Valley, and I think as the season progresses, we're going to realize that they could be a problem at the state level.
3rd and 18. Kati
back to pass.
Yeah. Looking. Yeah, he just the offensive line giving all kind of time now.
Defense.
Just let it break down. Here he goes.
Good tackle. Great tackle by number 5, Joshua Wentz. Sullivan's open field tackling. I know I'm repeating myself, but it has been really, really good today.
Yep. Sure has. So now you look at a situation where, I guess you're going to have to go for it. You can't.
Yeah, 4th and 3. They're going to go for it.
Here.
Yep.
4th and 13.
Oh, 4th and 13, excuse me.
So
they're going to have to put it in the end zone here. So here's what I hope, Walt. If Mark does call a pass here, I really hope Kyle throws it. If you throw an interception here, who cares? Don't eat a sack. You need to score.
Right.
So unless you can get to the end zone, just take a shot. This is like a risk-free shot if you're going to throw the ball. So we got twins to the right with Avery Perry and
there's the timeout.
Aiden Robbins, who we saw Kyle connect with in the Jamboree. I wouldn't be shocked if we see some sort of like a smash route here, maybe looking for Aiden Robbins in the corner of the end zone. This is also where Mark loves to utilize his tight ends, so we'll look for 88 and 44 to be crossing across the field and see if they become open.
I want to take this moment to let you know that on Sunday, we'll be at Rose Holman for our first broadcast of the 2022-23 sports schedule. Washington University will be at Rose-Hulman for a men's soccer contest. The 2:30 contest will begin, 2:15 pregame show. That's Wash U at Rose-Hulman. And then on Wednesday, September the 7th, Greenville will be at Rose-Hulman for women's soccer. That'll be a 7 p.m. Start time. So Sunday at 2:30, men's soccer. Wednesday, September 7th at 7 for women's soccer. So this Rose-Hulman portion of our schedule starting to bloom as well as we continue through the high school football schedule. Week 3, Sullivan Northview. Northview, 4th down and 13. Let's see what Ray's dials up.
Got like a stacked trips formation here. Roll out to the right.
Flag.
We got a hold. Kyle's going to take off, but that's coming back.
Yeah, it is.
And they might just decline that and take the ball.
Yeah.
If
I
it's a
would.
hold. Yeah, absolutely.
Joshua Wentz, there is a flag on the play.
Yep.
A hold against Northview.
Yep. Sullivan the ball, I believe.
It should be.
Yep. Rowdy Adams making his way back to the field.
Okay.
Huge stop for Sullivan. 14-0 Knights, 8:30 left in the second quarter. The Sullivan takes back over. Sullivan in need of a score, though. Couple good stops. See if they can put together a decent little drive here.
So Sullivan will start at their own 15-yard line. 8:34 to go here in the first half. The game has kind of hit a little bit of a lull here, Brock.
Absolutely.
We need a little energy to be infused
Absolutely.
and see if the Sullivan offense can provide a spark.
2 scores in the first 5 minutes for Northview, and since then, just kind of been a bit of a battle, and a few mistakes, a few holds.
Yeah. We'll see what Adams has up his sleeve here. Rowdy Adams, the 5'10 senior, goes far side. A nice connection there.
Quick screen out there with the DJ Gaines, the sophomore. So it looks like Coach Caton's top receivers outside of Luke Adams are both sophomores.
Like Gaines and Arnett. Both of those guys sophomores.
Oh, yeah, Arnett is a sophomore. They also have Gettinger out there sometimes as well.
2nd and 7.
Yeah, Caden Arnett is 6'3", 185.
Yeah,
the sophomore. He's
big
got
boy.
some serious size. He had a great catch earlier when he went up to get the ball.
Royer in motion. Looks like we're going to have
Rowdy
a run
Adams
play.
on the QB keeper.
First time we've seen that.
Yeah.
Short gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
About a gain of 4 there for Sullivan.
3rd and very short, so 3rd, maybe 2?
Yep. Another big play.
Yeah. So you can stay on schedule with your offense, can't you?
Yeah. Sullivan also gets the ball after halftime, so they always have that in their back pocket in terms of confidence, like knowing when you come out after halftime, you get the ball, anything can happen. You just want to, 7 minutes left in the second, you want to kind of keep this at bay. You don't want to see the Knights go up, 28-0 at halftime or something. If you could keep it 14-0 for Sullivan, you're feeling pretty good going into halftime. Inside handoff to Deckert.
Squirts away there. As it looked like he was going to be hemmed in at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward.
Let's see. Big spot. First down, Sullivan.
That keeps the chains, moving the drive alive, but also that clock, kind of runs, get your defense a little chance to rest.
9-5-6.
Yep, until those, and we got the clock running now. Sullivan still in a spread formation with Adams, Arnett, number 9, like kind of their tight end, Evan Royer. He will split out into the slot as well. Quick screen, Rowdy Adams taking off to run.
Nowhere to go. Well, he got a little bit more than I thought he will.
Elias Graff on the tackle, but I think Rowdy was able to pick up 7 or 8 there.
Looked like he was going to get 2.
Yep.
He was able to surge forward, made a man miss, and got a nice gain out of it.
Second and 4 for the Knights here, or for the Golden Arrows, excuse me. Number 88, sophomore Jace Deacons. Number 58, junior Tommy Gilliam in at linebacker for the Knights.
No counter here as we go far side with the run play and a nice tackle. Deacons with the tackle there.
Jace just a sophomore for the Knights, so that's positive to see a sophomore playing so well in his first varsity experience. 3 games in, and he's already a leader of that defense. You love to see that.
Battle in the trenches here tonight. When you look at the offensive line, defensive lines for both squads, of course, that's where it's run in most contests, but especially here tonight, see a lot of inside running.
A lot of similar formations by both teams. Sullivan in the spread gun, Northview in double tights, Rowdy Adams.
Very elusive
saying, hey,
there.
You know, Kyle's not the only number 2 QB that's going to run a little bit tonight.
A couple of number 2s showing their wheels.
Yeah, I mean, with him running a little bit, you got to feel good about that.
Yeah.
Getting him involved on the ground when he sees the openings, taking the quick 6 yards and moving on to the next play.
2nd down and 3. So positive yards in the drive is already over 3 minutes.
The Knights, you know, outside of Dalton Simmons, Mackey, Barnhart, and Eckmeyer are both on offense. So a lot of these big guys going both ways. Elias
Pressure going deep. Has a man completed and brought down to the 25-yard line. First big play for the Sullivan Golden Arrow, completed to Caden Arnett.
Caden Arnett's a ball player now.
Go run. You can see biting up, thinking it's going to be another run play, then boom, right by you.
Sullivan ball right at about the 25, 26-yard line. A score here for Sullivan would be huge.
Absolutely.
Run some of this time off the clock. If they could score and stop the Knights 14-7 going into halftime, getting the ball at half. It's a ball game, Walt. Whereas when we first started, that first 4 or 5 minutes, it did not look like it was going to be.
Shaky snap and a short gain. Adams with the keeper going left side.
Tackled by senior Gabe Stockram. With him missing the second half last week, though, Walt, we don't want to see Rowdy taking too many shots, though. He's taking a couple hard ones on this drive specifically.
A couple of shaky snaps by both squads here today.
Simmons, Eckmeyer, Barnhart, and Stockram with their hands in the ground for the Knights.
2nd and 8.
Quick
Looking
pass.
Over the middle. Oh, boy.
Rowdy had his brother there. He had him on the slant.
Let him just a
little bit too far.
And maybe a little bit of alligator arms there as you over some dangerous territory over the middle.
You just kind of want to see Luke and just sit there a little bit in that hole, and then Rowdy can hit him. When you keep running on those slants when you're in the slot, that's where you run into the danger zone for sure. So you got to find those zones in the Northview defense. They are there, but that D-line does such a good job of getting pressure that it's difficult for opposing quarterbacks to take advantage of that too much.
3rd down and 8. Big
Trips
play.
to the left. QB
Quarterback
draw.
keeper. Couldn't get the first man in home and brought him down by a shoestring.
That was
a great play.
Close.
Yeah.
Had Imir not made that one, Rowdy was going to take that one to the end zone.
First down on the play, and it brings up 1st and 10 from the 24.
Yeah, it looks like they could get the first
15
down.
15 now is what it says.
And have about 5 to go. Trips left for the Golden Arrows.
What a good drive for the Arrows.
Number 16, James Probst. Backside, another 6'3" receiver for the Golden Arrows.
Hand off, nice.
The cut.
Very
good
nice
tackle
cut.
there by number 74, Dalton Simmons. It's a
So
confidence-building drive here for Sullivan.
And they had a good drive last time, just turnover on downs after 10 plays. So this is another long drive by my count. That was play number 11 that they just ran. So the clock has been moving for now almost 6 minutes on this drive.
The Golden Arrows do not want to make a mistake here. You know, they're in scoring territory. They need to take advantage.
Hand off up the middle, and there you go, taking advantage was Lane Deckard on that 7-yard run right through the middle to put Sullivan on the board.
So after a quick start for the Knights, Sullivan settled in. QB Rowdy Adams started using his feet a little bit. Decker with some good runs, some pitch and catch. I think the Golden Arrows have their confidence back for sure. It might have been down a little bit, maybe that first couple minutes, but 14-7, if they can get a stop, go into halftime, getting the ball back, the Golden Arrows have to feel good about this first half.
Good kick by Giuseppe Leone brings it to a 7-point deficit. Oh, yeah, 14-7 to score. 2:30 to go before half. We'll be right back on the Indiana Sports Network.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more.
Very nice kick to the Northview Knights, and got chopped down hard around the 24-25 yard line. Just stopped abruptly. And we got a little football game here, Brock.
Another really good tackle there by Sullivan. The Golden Arrows are tackling very well today. They've kind of found their rhythm offensively. Maybe found some things defensively that they like. Been seeing them do a great job in the open field, make their tackles. And outside of that one Calcati explosive play, in that first drive where the Knights were chunking off 8 to 9 to 10 yards, the Golden Arrows have really, really responded. You love to see that.
Here comes Kati looking. Yeah, they're spying on him.
Yeah. The Golden Arrows have found something that they like on defense. Number 65, Sebastian Ortiz on the tackle, the 6'1", 275-pound junior. Also on that front line, number 69, Caden Bays, the 5'10", 230-pound freshman. You love to see that for the Golden Arrows with some young players in there. I don't know if they normally play. Okay, Cody Adams is a line. No, Cody Adams is at like a D tackle position. I don't know if that's unusual or if they normally play him there, but whatever, it seems to be working. He is absolutely getting after it right now.
Kati with nowhere to go, gets hemmed in, tried to make the most of it. There was maybe two receivers in the route, and they were going nowhere. So Kati had to try to scramble, make something of it, and there was nothing doing. Third down and long here for the Knights. And Sullivan, if the Knights don't get this first down here, got a timeout to burn.
Coach Caton, you know, I don't know for sure. I'd have to ask some of their fans, but I don't know if Cody Adams normally plays at D tackle, but he's currently a D tackle, appearing to give the Knights some problems. I don't know if he's spying Kyle from his like D tackle position, but Sullivan has definitely adjusted, and they found something that they like.
A lot of movement. Let's see who this is on. This might be against the Knights. Yeah. The momentum has definitely shifted here, Brock.
So, Walt, you know, we've discussed where, you know, the Northview passing game not mattering too much. Depending upon how these next couple quarters go, we may see the Knights in the position where for the first time all year we need to see that passing game start hitting. But explosive plays happen. Imir and Kyle can get loose very, very quickly. And that can, you know, change the momentum of the game in about 11 seconds. But right now, in terms of momentum, it's all Sullivan right now.
They're feeling good. The defense has made some adjustments, and they're feeling good.
They absolutely have. I should have been paying more attention to that, where Cody Adams was in the first quarter. He's normally a linebacker tight end. I don't see D listed here. I clearly don't see D tackle listed because he's 190 pounds. I am just wondering if Cody is there kind of spying where is number 2 going, because I think that's what we're going to start seeing other teams do. They're going to take one of their top 3 to 4 athletes, put them, either at D tackle, usually a linebacker spot, or just kind of walked up, and wherever Kyle's going to go, that's where they're going to go, and they're going to say, hey, beat us with everybody else, but we're going to make it really hard for number 2 and number 1 to do their thing, so you're going to have to get other people involved.
And then, you'll see some adjustments to see how does Northview, let's get ahead. If that's what you're going to do, how does you get ahead on that? So we'll see the chess match.
Yeah, it's been a great chess match. You also have Luke Adams kind of up tight as well.
Turns his body and rips it complete down the field across the 50-yard line.
I mentioned it earlier, Walt. That is the only receiver that Kyle Kati has, been able to work with consistently throughout the summer. We saw him find Aiden Robbins in the Jamboree. The Knights might have to get Aiden Robbins involved, as it does seem like, Kyle and him do seem to have some sort of rapport.
Spiked on first down to kill the clock. As Northview, I think they have 2 timeouts left.
No, I think Mark actually burnt one at the end of the first over here, so I think they only have 1 left.
Okay, just 1 left. All right.
But that could have been one of those situations earlier that.
33 seconds to go in the first half. Kati back, looking.
Roll out.
Nice out-breaking route. That's a beautiful route. Get out of bounds, son. Oh, he had a chance to get out of bounds, and Robbins didn't do that.
Setting the chains. You got to hurry up. If I'm the Knights, I'm just going to run a play. Like, you get a – all right, they're going to spike it again. That's fine. You need to spike it quick,
though. Clock is moving. There's your spike, 21.6 seconds. And that's when awareness. So you got to be aware of down in a time situation.
You like to see Aiden Robbins get involved. The senior's put in a lot of work. He's been a 4-year guy. He's just a kid who does everything that's asked of him. He shows up every day. And, I've really been impressed with him early in the year.
I'm looking at who was the kicker? Apologize. Was it Richard Alexander?
Richie Alexander.
Richie Alexander. Yeah. Went got a ball, and he's kind of warming up there.
They might try to get 3.
Kati, could he go deep? He is going for the corner end zone, double covered.
That's a great play again, though, by Aiden Robbins. Offense to defense. Kyle trusts Aiden, it seems like. And you love to see that. Avery Perry had a great play against Terre Haute North where, hey, even you give your receivers a chance, and, if they can't catch it, if they can at least go offense to defense and knock it down, avoid the interception, that's huge. And we had a flag here.
So we're going to go back from, make this a little tougher. 14.8 seconds to go.
What do you think, Walt?
Now
screen
I'm
to 1?
Say what?
Running back screen to Amir Holman.
Possibly so. And that's one thing that we haven't seen yet is the screen to Amir.
And it was killing last year, too.
Yep. So hopefully we see that.
Let's
Maybe
see.
I don't know if we'll see it here. I kind of wouldn't be
surprised
to
never mind,
see us
because number 1's not in the game. It's Tyler Lee, who had a great 55-yard touchdown run for the Knights last week. Aiden Robbins and Avery Perry in a receiver. Drop back to pass. Quick out.
Oh, boy.
A little high to Robbins.
Strong arm there.
Very strong arm.
Inaccurate.
Yeah, Kyle's got to bring that one down. Aiden is only 5'9" on the roster.
This is surprise. Yeah. On the roster.
On the roster, absolutely.
That's a big point there.
Well, it's a bigger issue in basketball, but it still happens in football sometimes.
Did it surprise you only a 2-receiver route in that situation? No?
No. Okay. I've watched the Knights enough over the last decade.
I'm asking the wrong guy. I understand.
No, because Jace Deakins and Gabriel are kind of like their second receivers as tight ends. That's really what they're missing this year is they would get the ball to Braxton Sampson. Great run here by Tyler Lee. They would get the ball to Braxton Sampson so much. that Mark loves to utilize that tight end. And as the sophomore, Jace Deakins gets used to the varsity level, and Gabriel Stockern just moved to tight end in kind of that fullback position. So again, you know, it's understandable at times with the 2-0 Knights when sometimes the offense, you know, we don't see everything clicking outside of the run game all the time. But, you know, it's almost just being critical. The Knights are 2-0, and it's 5.5 seconds left.
Yeah,
probably just going to kneel it here. But Sullivan goes into halftime, getting the ball back. You know, 4 or 5 minutes into the game, you could kind of see the sidelines were a little down. And now Sullivan has to feel great going into halftime, getting the ball back, and we have a serious ball game in our hands.
Northview held scoreless in that second quarter as the Sullivan Golden Arrows get back within the score. Big drive for the Arrows to finish out the half, and a big defensive stand to keep Northview off the board. We'll step aside for a break in our halftime show. Come back and give you some analysis. Is Sullivan 7, Northview 14. It's homecoming right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you, because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
At A Plus Printing, we do it all. Screen printing, business printing and documents, printing for weddings and senior announcements, screen printing of hats, shirts, sports teams, and uniforms, promotional items of all kinds, including koozies and coffee mugs. You name it, A Plus can print it. A Plus Printing in Brazil.
If you are an athlete, a farmer, work in the factory, or just work in your own backyard, you need the benefits of chiropractic care. Shaw Chiropractic, located in the Brazil Kroger Strip Mall. Dr. Julie and Dr. Michael Shaw, your friends for chiropractic care. You are watching Northview High School football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1.
You are.
You're #1 at York.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
And halftime here at Northview High School as the Northview Knights clinging to a 14-7 lead after the first 24 minutes of play. The homecoming queen, Katie Bohr, is, I guess, pleased with the outcome so far. She just wants her Knights to be on top of the scoreboard, and the second half is over. As the Northview Knights, when they really started this game off strong, we thought that they were going to kind of run away with things of sorts. They had a couple of touchdowns early in the game. But the Sullivan Golden Arrows really made some good adjustments defensively and corralled that run game, trying to make Kyle Kati throw the ball around, and then they've had a better showing defensively after about the 5 minute mark. After about 5 minutes have eclipsed, I should say, in the first quarter. The Sullivan Golden Arrows scored their touchdown in quarter number 2. A very nice drive. You look at what Sullivan has done over the last couple of possessions. The possessions where they scored their touchdown was right around 12 or 13 plays, capped off by a 7-yard touchdown run by Deckard. And the possession before that ended up on a turnover on downs, but even on that possession, on that drive, the Sullivan Golden Arrows ran about 10 plays. So Sullivan starting to find their footing on their side of the football. The Northview Knights trying to reclaim the magic that they had in the first 5 minutes. Northview scored on their first drive, an 11-play drive that's spanned 4 minutes and 21 seconds. It was capped off by an Imir Home and 11-yard touchdown run. Then after an interception, a one-play drive, it was an interception by Adams of Sullivan, and then the Kyle Khatib, the junior quarterback, ran 58 yards to pay dirt on a one-play drive that really gave Northview all the momentum in the world. And we thought that Sullivan might be in trouble, but that's when they bowed their backs and showed us how gritty they are, and started getting some stands. And so the Sullivan Golden Arrows have shown that they are here to play. We knew they would be. They're a very game opponent, a very proud tradition that they have really with every sport that they play or everything that they do. And so we knew that tonight was going to be a very tough contest. 14-7 your score here at the intermission. We'll step aside and have a break, come back, and we'll show you the Northview Marching Knights here at homecoming. The first time in full uniforms as they will get ready for contest, I believe, next Saturday. So the Northview Marching Knights will be on the field after commercial break. We'll be right back. This is the high school football game of the week right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look for ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
Okay.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network. You are watching Northview High School football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971 to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
we are committed to the latest therapies to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
The Indiana Army National Guard is our title sponsor, and other sponsors that help us do what we love to do. A+ Printing, Farm Bureau Insurance with Michael Bonomo, Hamilton Center, Great Dane, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, Shaw Chiropractic, and York Automotive. On the field right now, the Northview Marching Knights. Been practicing really hard for the 2022 marching season as we're a week away from contest starting in earnest. I believe Northview will be at Brownsburg next Saturday. I'm taking a guess at that because I know there's a big contest at Brownsburg next Saturday. And I think that Northview will probably be there. If not there, they'll be somewhere probably in the Indianapolis area showing off their wear and trying to, more importantly, get the kinks ironed out. You want to get your program on the field as many times as possible before, state level competition starts up in probably about 5 weeks. So kids are playing hard, they're practicing hard, and just a great opportunity to show what they can do.
So just in terms of my notes for Sullivan before the game, Walt, you know, the defensive plan to stop the Knights' rushing attack, it looked like in the first 5 minutes, you know, the Knights were going to run away with it. It was 14-0 with maybe like 7 minutes left in the first. The Knights were driving. They could have went up 21-0 2 different times. A couple penalties. Sullivan gets the ball back. Rowdy Adams starts to run the ball a little bit, completing some passes, some big passes to the sophomore receiver, Caden Arnett, 6'3", 185. They were finding him. Sullivan gets the ball after halftime, and they have to feel confident about where they're at because it looked like the wheels were going to fall off within about you know, the first half of the first quarter. And now getting the ball back, if they can put the ball in the end zone, it's 14-14. They have to feel good.
And that's exactly where, you know, you go on the road against what you knew was going to be a tough opponent. And, you know, you have an opportunity where it's a one-score game at halftime. You would love to be scored, tied, or in the lead. But if you're not, one-score game, you're not too worried about that because the offense for Sullivan started to find something, didn't they?
Yeah, and I should have paid more attention. But number 3, Cody Adams, one of the triplets they have, if you pay attention, he's at like D tackle right now. So he's listed as a linebacker, tight end. So I don't know if Coach Caton's plan was to take one of his more athletic players who's clearly undersized on the D line, see if he's kind of standing up and watching where Kakati goes and just kind of spying him. I think that's what we're going to see moving forward by opposing defenses against the Knights. Find someone to spy Kyle Kati, take him out of the game, make Imir beat you, and they're going to start making the Knights beat him through the air. And we did see the Knights start moving it there at the end of the second quarter. Aiden Robbins, the senior, getting involved. It's clear Kyle has a bit of a, you know, chemistry with him. We kind of discussed that pregame, just rapport with your receivers, and then being freshmen, you know, as they move forward. The passing game's got to get going.
Good. Some youngsters, some kicking for.
Wonder if they give him another try.
Bucks, I think. We'll
Doubt
see.
it.
With that kind of money, I don't know.
Still gets a gift card.
It's a great effort, Dare. I don't know if I can make that. I'm old though.
I could.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know.
I would have made $1,000 right there. I feel sorry for that little guy.
I mean, what would he have done with $1,000? I wonder.
His parents probably would have took it from him.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I would do.
If he had control of the $1,000,
what would he do with it?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Probably spend some Robux or something. Play some
Video
Roblox.
games, yeah.
You play video games?
I don't.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I'm boring.
Yeah, me too. So, but that young man would have found something to do with it. So we have. I thought we were going to have another kicker, but I don't think that we do. But
that was exhilarating.
What's that?
That was exhilarating.
Yeah, it was.
$1,000 on the line.
Especially if $1,000 gets to change hands, we would love to see that young man be able to get that. A couple of games that are also in action. A couple of teams over in Vigo County, both North and South, are in Bloomington tonight. Terre Haute South is at Bloomington North. Terre Haute North is at Bloomington South. Both teams are 1-1 on the season. Terre Haute South is up on Bloomington North. Got scoring update 14-7 in the second quarter. Terre Haute South is in the lead.
What about Terre Haute North?
Kati, 10 rushes, 130 yards. So he's doing his thing. Terre Haute North, I haven't heard an update. I don't have an update
we'll have to check
from
Twitter.
them, but hopefully we'll get something from them next week. Part of the reason why I bring them up, one, I'm a South grad, and I want to know what they're doing. Good, two, next week we'll be at Terre Haute South, the North-South game, a big contest.
Is that a pretty big rivalry?
Yeah, I think they've played a couple of times.
A few times.
And even before they consolidated, I think there were some heated games that have been played over the years in Terre Haute. So that game,
two solid teams too this year. Both those teams can play, so it'll be a good matchup next week.
Hopefully, both of them are 2-1 going into that contest next week.
Healthy,
but regardless if they're healthy, even if they're not healthy, it'll be exciting. But you want everybody to be healthy.
Several
so
next level
teams
athletes during that game.
Best,
you know, whether or not
forward.
Bryson Carpenter goes somewhere for baseball. Jaden Wade already has a scholarship to ISU. I'm sure that Sturm will get some sort of looks either for track or football. And you wonder, Kati, can he get a look? Saw Alex Rose benching 315 for 4 reps on the internet the other day. I was fairly impressed by that for a high schooler at 190. So it's going to be some talent over the course of the next couple weeks. And then we have Northview going down to Owen Valley, and then Terre Haute South coming to Northview. But right now, the Knights find themselves in a bit of a battle.
They're a dogfight.
Maybe a classic letdown spot. They were unsure whether the quarterback was going to play for Sullivan. He's played really well so far. Seems to be shaking off whatever injury he had. But like I said, right now, just kind of pay attention to where they're putting Cody Adams, Luke Adams in terms of space from the ball. I mean, they're 2-3 yards off the ball. Cody Adams is currently like a D tackle. So I think that's a bit of an adjustment that Coach Caton made. So we'll see. Coach Raich is no stranger to making some adjustments as well. So the chess game continues. That's the beautiful part about football.
2 minutes of change to go before we tee it up for quarter number 3. We'll step aside for our last break. In our Indiana Army National Guard halftime show, see the beautiful logo on our shirts. We'll step aside for a quick break. Come back with quarter number 3 right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, wcindianafca.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
If you are an athlete, a farmer, work in the factory, or just work in your own backyard, you need the benefits of chiropractic care. Shaw Chiropractic, located in the Brazil Kroger Strip Mall. Dr. Julie and Dr. Michael Shaw, your friends for chiropractic care.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
A quick scoring update. Terrell North is at the south side of Bloomington. They're facing the Panthers. Bloomington South up 21-0 late first quarter. That was the last update that we got. It's in the second quarter now, but Terrell North in a tough way. If they make a little go at it, we'll hopefully get some more updates and we'll let you know. But if it doesn't get better, we're not gonna let you know. You can find out tomorrow. This game is not a blowout. 14-7 is your score. Sullivan down 7, but they are going to receive the opening kickoff in the third quarter. And Brock, we've got a whale of a ball game.
I'm happy for Rowdy Adams right now. I'm pretty sure the past 2 meetings against the Knights, he's been knocked out of the game, not knocked unconscious, but he's been out of the game. He was able to have a heck of a first half. Gets the ball back here to start the second half. See what the Golden Arrows can do. See if the Knights choose to kick away from Luke Adams. He is an explosive wide receiver if they can get him involved in the slot. And, the Golden Arrows have a couple 6'3" wide receivers on the outside as well. Richie Alexander to kick for the Knights. I bet they do kickoff right.
You remember week 1, that was an issue for the Knights, is the kick return coverage.
Just kidding, they went kickoff left. Fielded there by number 4, Isaac Osborne.
What a tackle on the return. Return never got set up as Northview blew that thing up. They came out very nicely. Kick coverage to start the third quarter.
22, Keegan Alexander on the tackle for the Knights.
So first down and 10 for the Knights.
Ton of spread gun first half for the Sullivan Golden Arrows. A little mush huddle. They don't really huddle up. They get their call from the sidelines once Coach Caton and those he have a chance to kind of look over what they see. And make the best choice for their team. They're going trips right to the short side. Be interesting what they have dialed up here.
Maybe a run to the near. Who knows? Northview always adjusts.
Oh,
here comes the quarterback run. He keeps
quick
it.
run by
Flag
Rowdy
on the play.
Flag, but a gain of 8. Probably a hold on Sullivan. Anytime you just see that quick flag right at the line of scrimmage, you can almost guarantee it's some sort of encroachment or a quick hold.
And let's see. Imir Holman having some conversation with the official.
They must have got Imir for maybe a defensive holding.
Yeah, and say, hey, what did I do? What's going on? You like the official having the banter with them, giving some explanation there. So I like to see there.
Yeah, first down, Sullivan.
Yeah.
I believe they called Imir for hands outside the shoulder pads. Then maybe just a little defensive PI at the line. Within 5, though, it's kind of tricky when you call that.
Right.
Because within 5, you can kind of do as you please. So maybe they saw Imir, they thought he held him. Or, anyway, Floyd and Imir.
What a tackle.
Great tackle by Gabe Stockman there in the backfield.
Got off that block nicely, didn't he?
Yeah, Floyd and Imir pressed up with 2 high safeties. Makes it a lot harder for the QB to complete passes. You heard that last year in the NFL with Pat Mahomes. Just run cover 2, and he's not any good at football. But it does make it exponentially more difficult than just sitting in like base cover 3. That's really, really easy to beat for a quarterback, for most high school quarterbacks. Mark's defensive backfield strategies are far more complicated than that. Quick handoff to Deckard.
Another flag. He actually hit a player. Flag. I'm trying to see which arrow it hit. I couldn't tell. But it actually hit. You remember it was several years ago? The NFL player got the flag, hit him in the eye.
Yeah, and then one time that happened, the dude just went crazy and started beating up the ref.
Yes, he did.
It was wild.
Definitely don't encourage that here.
No.
But the official got to be careful not to hit a player, as well. Especially
the officials should do a little bit better job of signaling exactly what they're calling.
There's the call there.
A couple quick penalties for the Knights. You hate to see that. Coming out of halftime, starting the flags, you hate to see it.
Love to get a little bit of a rhythm here in this half as Sun has gone down.
Yeah, I mean, Sullivan has gained 30 yards in flags here.
That's right.
Again, spread gun. Deckard flanking Rowdy Adams in the gun. Luke Adams in the slot to the right. Drop back to pass, quick throw out
nice
to the flats.
Quick out to the side.
Number 9, Evan Royer, the 5'9", 190-pound senior. I do think Rowdy has done a really good job this game of kind of taking what the Knights give him. He's read the field well, missed a couple throws, but in general, having a really good game. Dare I say the best game he's had against the Knights. I think he's playing really, really well right now. He's composed. We've got Imir rolled up. We have Floyd rolled up. All of our DBs kind of rolled up with 2 high safeties.
Got to take on the challenge.
Yep. Rowdy
Creeper.
Adams on the keeper.
Nothing doing. Look at Gabe.
Brought down by Mackey and Simmons there. Several tackles for losses by the Knights here this evening.
I said Gabe. I thought that was 44. It was 74. Dalton Simmons. Excuse me. I saw the 4 and just assumed. But he's a little bigger.
A little bit. Still, spread gun. I like how Coach Caton will bump his receivers around. He stays in like a base spread, but they're never always in the same location. I think they're trying to just take advantage of mismatches. I'm thinking they're going to look for 34 here.
Right over the slant. That's a beautiful slant on 3rd down and 6.
That's a little chemistry. I'm sure they've thrown that a few times in the backyard.
Once again, chains moving as Sullivan is driving. Beautiful drive here.
Sullivan O-line doing a good job of protecting the quarterback. Just a quick throw to his brother on the slant. I assume they're going to keep looking for that connection to Rowdy to Luke Adams. I don't see 42. I'm not sure he's not in the game right now.
Handoff is probably a hold.
Yeah, a lot of flags this series.
Ball comes out late. It is recovered by Sullivan. I don't know if it was before he was down or not.
Taking back some of the penalty yards, 30 penalty yards, took away this 10 yards.
This is penalty number 4 this half, 5?
With this quarter, and we've only been in it for about 3 minutes. So we've had more flags than minutes in this quarter. So a little sloppy start here.
Yeah, both teams want to see it tightened up a little bit.
Yeah, the jitters are out at this point in time. Both teams should really be clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah.
Spread gun, Deckard flanking Rowdy Adams in the backfield.
A lot of press on the corners, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, like that.
Roll out by Adams. Looks like he
nothing
might
to
take
do.
Off, sack.
Nothing doing. Great job by the defensive line.
I will say, the Knights defense, I did expect a few more sacks today. That is a sack right there. That's maybe, 3 max. They haven't, had a ton of sacks so far.
Second down and long after the penalty and the sack. Second and 23 from the 38-yard line of the Knights.
Sullivan needing to get down to almost the 10 to get a first down. The Knights just want to hold them to 5 yards of play here and try to get the ball back.
Over the middle. Good hit to dislodge the ball from the receiver. Look at that slant again, and they were looking for Royer.
88, Jace Deakins on the coverage.
Now, boy, you got a situation here. 3rd and long. 3rd and 23.
It's going to be interesting. You insinuated maybe Coach Caton punts it maybe on 4th. I assume maybe he goes for it. Rowdy.
Boy, high points that ball. And listen, we really tried to there. That was DJ Gaines. They tried to throw that up. That's the second or third time we've thrown the ball. Not throw it up like lobbed it, but a nice touch.
But Rowdy's had some really good throws tonight.
Yes.
Because if those throws are lower, they're just getting picked off.
That's right.
He, in terms of his control of the ball,
yep.
He's had some good throws. He's asking, he's begging to go for it, but
yeah, you can't go for that. 4th and 23. You gotta punt that thing away, as the punter will be standing at the 48.
We got to see exactly what happens in this scenario. Because if he does punt it, to the end zone, it's a touchback. You hate that.
It's not going to be.
We should have just went for it.
You're not going to be able to touch back. Shut my mouth.
Come on.
Oh, it checks up nicely. Oh, boy. Checks up nice. Never again will I doubt a high school punter, Brock. Never again. 7:40 to go.
So, they scoot him 20 yards, but
I'd still punt. I would have done exactly that.
Sure.
10 and a half times out of 10.
Sure. You hope that it doesn't touch back.
Yeah, but it checked up nicely. That's the second bounce. Nobody was there. Checked up at the 2.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful punt.
You pin them within the 5, and you're feeling really good about that.
I do that every time. I did not think. The average kicker is not going to be able to punt the ball from the 48-yard line.
Rules can just get so squirrely on punts. Sometimes they might only punt it 30 yards, and then it ends up rolling like 20 or 25 yards just because of just the shape of the football. Well, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Maybe a timeout.
Yeah,
I'm looking for someone that's hurt. Oh, okay, I see you over here on the sidelines. Okay.
So the Northview defense stands strong after committing a couple of penalties. They gave up some yards, did not give up a score, and now the Northview defense will be able to get on. Northview offense. We'll be able to get on the field for the first time and try to regain their mojo.
This is a big confidence series for the Knights here. They got the ball that first series, and they're just racking off 8-9 yards. A carry made it look really, really easy. The first 2 possessions, Some adjustments took place, and the Knights really, really struggled to finish out that first half. So let's see what kind of adjustments the Knights made offensively and what they can get going on offense. Knights, a lot of heavy double tights with Deacons and Stockrum today. So we'll see. Avery Perry's been a receiver, Aiden Robbins. I assume we're going to see a lot of 1 and 2, but maybe some quick pitches, getting some of our playmakers out on the outside.
Ibear screen, haven't seen that. Looking for it.
We haven't seen it, and you know it's been effective in the past.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens here.
Quick update: halftime at Bloomington North, Terrell South 14, Bloomington North 7. So the Braves up a touchdown at halftime. Same score that Northview had here. Northview offense trying to get clicking again. We've got to find something that works. Sullivan made a couple of adjustments we talked about. You mentioned Cody Adams being an integral part potentially of what Sullivan did defensively as far as wrinkles. Let's see what Northview does to counteract that.
I could be way off on that too, Wall.
But you could be right.
D-tackle all year. I honestly don't know, but he's not listed as a D-tackle.
Right.
And to me, it just kind of looks like, you know, a logical adjustment, putting one of your better athletes and kind of spying Kyle. No?
Imir, far side, getting a nice surge. Still on his feet, surging, twisting. Very nice gain. He wants that ball in his hands.
That's a quick 15.
Yeah.
Great run there by Imir. Yeah, you can hear the Sullivan crowd.
Yeah.
You know, that first series, the Knights, not to repeat myself, but it looked like the Knights were going to run away with this one. So we'll see if they can get a meticulous, maybe 8-play drive here, punch one in the end zone, start feeling a little bit better. Another handoff to Imir.
He did a great job to dive for a couple yards.
He's got all the, the dive, all the square, triangle, circle, X, Madden type moves. He had, top end, maybe not the fastest dude in the world, but in terms of a small box, in terms of football agility and speed, he has plenty. Power, spin move is elusive. Now, last week we saw Tyler Lee break one for about 50 yards. He's capable. Let's see if they get him. I wouldn't be surprised to see him on an end around at some point. We've not seen that. That's another wrinkle Mark likes to run.
2nd and 5.
Counter to Kati. They ran that earlier. He busted it outside, and he gets to the sideline. I would just like to see Kyle get to the sideline, avoid the defenders, and just turn it up. That's what he did on that 80-yard touchdown run earlier. They ran counter. Instead of him cutting it up, he just gets to the sideline, youth league style, and just tries to get up the sideline.
First down, Northview on that run by Kati. 3 plays, 2 first downs, starting to resemble drive number 1.
Number 1, Luke Adams stepping out of the game. Big playmaker for the Golden Arrows off the field right now. Again, double tights for the Knights. Tyler Lee at that fullback flanker position. Avery Perry, a receiver. Inside power to Imir.
And he busted. I tell you what, he should have been stopped in the hole.
I thought he was. Honestly.
I thought he was too. That's that 2nd and 3rd effort by Imir.
Yeah, and earlier we saw several really, really good open field tackles on Imir Holman, who I think was one of the more difficult players in the Wabash Valley to get down in the open field. This drive so far, it's taken that 2nd and 3rd attempt, which is what we're really used to seeing with Imir. So now Imir and Tyler Lee have kind of swapped positions. So I assume we're going to see an inside run here to Tyler Lee, the fresh running back.
And there you have it. Just a beautiful run through the hole there as he got some good blocking. A nice burst of speed.
Yeah, he can move. So, the Knights have, obviously Imir and Kati, but Tyler Lee's a great wrinkle to have. The freshman Josiah Bennett, who's banged up right now, really, really fast. Armani Suggs coming back next week. I think that's really, really going to help this passing game. When A.J. Suggs gets out there, I think that will really, really help.
1st and 10 from the 28 for the Knights.
Double tights again, inside power. Flag.
How many guys has it taken to get him down? There's another late flag there. Boy, oh boy.
It's like a repeat of, the first quarter, first possession.
Yeah.
Just chunking off 8 to 9, quick ones, 10, 11 yards, moving the chains, moving back here.
So we're pointing Sullivan, we're pointing Northview. We're going to sort this thing out here.
Nope. So we've got some Sullivan D linemen asking for a bit of a break. Several D linemen, O linemen going both ways tonight. It's cooled down quite a bit. It started out, it was pretty hot.
Yeah, it did cool down.
It's not nearly as bad now.
And
big 65, Sebastian Ortiz comes out. In number 70, Levi Hollifield, the 6'5", 250-pound freshman, comes in. Couple freshmen on the Sullivan D.
Let me stop you. Here's what I don't understand with the game of football, and I know it can be marked in between the yard markers. The ball was at the 28. You know how many yards you're going backwards. You know how many yards you're resulting going forward. Instead of marching back and forward, just put the ball where it's going to be. Can we not do that? Can we not just? I know it's small and means nothing, but why are we if a play like that? Why are we stepping off the yards backwards and then going forwards? Put the ball down. The net result is this. We agree on that. Let's just do it. And there's another flag.
There's that powerful hard count there by the Knights. It'll bring up like a 1st and 1. That's one of their favorite plays, and they're effective at it too.
Yep. So it was going to be 1st and 6. And now it's going to be 1st and 1. How many times do you see 1st down and 1?
Yeah, not very common.
Yeah. The old 1st down and 1 play that we're going to run here for Coach Mark Rates. And how about a shot in the end zone to Avery, to Perry, huh?
Well,
how about that?
Right now, when you're averaging 8, 9 yards a carry,
yeah, but it's 1st and 1, Brock.
Just keep that thing on the ground. We're just going to keep it on the ground. Just chunking off 7, 8 at will right now. So it looks like perhaps Coach Rates, plural, and company up in the booth have made some adjustments, and we're starting to see the Knights kind of march the ball around like we saw them in that first part of that first quarter.
Yep. Or is it just a repeat of the first half? We'll find that out over time, won't we? First drive, 10 plays, 73 yards. The Northview Knights got the ball on their own 20.
You know, something that I do think will eventually be open for the Knights. QB counted by Kati, taken down there by tripped up first by number 5, Joshua Wentz with a good tackle. A slant to Avery Perry right now would be, or maybe even just a skinny post, but there's no safety over the top. If we could just hit Avery on like a skinny post.
There was no safety on that 1st and 1 play either. I'm just saying. It was there.
Or just maybe just more of like an intermediate route. Maybe we, hit that rather than throwing the deep ball. But I still think sometimes, even if you don't complete the deep ball, just keeping those DBs honest, getting them back, is half the battle, really.
Yep.
A little inside power to Amir here, maybe. Yep.
There it is. And you're going to be 3rd and long here.
Good stop there. Number 5, Joshua Wentz has been all over the place for Sullivan this series. Seen some subs come in for Sullivan and playing really pretty well, all things considered.
They keep them fresh.
Yep.
That 4th quarter.
Starting to get tired. 14
with the play clock, so we'll see how this goes.
2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the 3rd.
Yeah, I'm going to stop the clock here. It's going to have we got some play clock issues, and so they're showing zeros. They're not working right now. The game clock is working. The play clock is not. And so they're going to – now all the clocks have been turned off. The scoreboard is off right now, and there we go. So we'll try to do a quick reset.
That's just the classic. Well, have you shut it off and turned it back on? Yeah.
Doesn't IT, no matter what the company, IT always says that, don't they?
So have you tried to unplug it and put it back on? Yeah, yes I have, multiple times. Okay, well, we'll skip that step then. Thank you.
Play clock shows 40.
But no, the thing is with the officiating is it just kind of throws off the rhythm of the game. And I know It's high school football and mistakes are made, but just kind of throws off the rhythm a bit. So Luke Marlowe in the receiver for the Knights.
Nowhere to go. Here comes Kati.
He's gonna race to that. That's gonna be a touchdown.
Oh, he takes a hard hit, puts his head down, and gets out of bounds. Ooh.
Okay. I was a little worried he fumbled out of bounds. Man, he
took a lick.
There. Yeah, he did.
He delivered a lick also.
Oh, yeah, he's not worried about it. He's not worried about it.
Northview first down. I think they're having a few issues up in the press box with whoever's running the scoreboard. It's a little slow to update. The last couple of plays it has not updated. They've been saying 1st and 1 for the last 2 plays. So now we got 1st and goal from the 3. I depend on the scoreboard to show me what's going on. So
I think we might see a little QB counter here to Kati. Packed box. I mean, 10 in the box. Avery Perry on an island out to the left. Nope.
And there's Holman. Didn't get touched, so he got to the end zone. All those guys in the box, and nobody could get a hat on him because of the exquisite blocking by the Northview offensive line. Long play results in a touchdown.
Much like the first possession, that drive looked really easy for the Knights. The Knights have had some drives this evening that have not looked easy. That one specifically, several 10, 11, 12-yard runs. They made it look pretty easy on that series. See if Alexander can put it through. That'd be 3 for 3 on the Knights. That's big. If Richie can step up in terms of being a kicker, getting consistency. You don't want to finish drives with 6. That's scary when the other team gets to 7.
Low snap, but we were able to get the hole with Marlowe. The kick
barely got it over.
All you need is clearance. 7 points on the board. 21-7 to score. 2:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Back after this on the Indiana Sports Network.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1, you are. You're #1 at York.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Richie Alexander to kick for the Knights. Fielded there by number 4, Isaac Osborne, making some people miss. Good return there by the junior to the 42-yard line.
Close to being a block in the back there, I thought, but nothing called. I want to thank our sponsors, Indiana Army National Guard, A+ Printing, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Michael Bonomo, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, Shaw Chiropractic, and York Automotive. Kanan Harper, Amy Metcalf, and Craig Hayden, excuse me, our camera operators for tonight's game. Tony Harper, our director and producer. 1st and 10, big series here, the Arrows.
Trips right for the Arrows. Motioning in the spread. Inside handoff to Carpenter.
Oh, it's a great run right there for
Deckard.
Close to a 1st down. If not 1st down, should be enough. Yep. So the 2nd series here for Sullivan in the 2nd half. The first one, moved the ball okay, but then it bogged down. Good start here on the 2nd.
12-yard 1st down, we'll take it. Again, trips right, 3 to the right, 1 to the left for Sullivan. Deckard flanking Rowdy Adams in the gun. Another inside handoff.
Power on power. You just love to see the big boys getting to display their wares, and Coach Caton said, okay, we're going to smash you back.
5'8", 190-pound senior.
You know, I always
Deckard.
feel like for a game of basketball, if you have a team that is pressuring you, a little sticky defense, do the same thing back to them, they won't like it. And here, Northview, kind of a smash mouth. We're going to run it down your throat. Sullivan, not that they don't pass, but maybe a little taste of Northview's own medicine. Smash them right back.
Sure. Back to pass.
Looking sideline, completed. Oh, incomplete. Yeah. What a great hit. Great hit to dislodge the ball. We've seen that a couple of times tonight, home, and a great hit. That was a big stick right there to keep that from being a completion.
Amir had a couple great hits against Terre Haute North.
Yep.
He's really impressed me defensively this year for the Knights. He's been a standout defensively for the Knights. We knew what he could do offensively, but he looks great out there at DB. He's been incredibly physical.
3rd and 4. Handoff. Nothing doing. Hitting the backfield for a loss of a couple. Brings up 4th down.
Number 56, Nathan Eckmeyer, the junior for the Knights. One of the few linemen that will be returning next year, along with number 60, Swearingen as well. 2 O linemen that will be back next year. Eckmeyer, one of the only D linemen that will be back.
4th and 7, down 2 scores into the 3rd quarter.
Massive play here. Looks like we got trips to the left. We'll probably see some motion. Nope.
Dropping back to pass. That slant. Oh, it was tipped. Thought maybe a pick was looming, but it was tipped a little too high. Just having a hard time locating a couple of times that slant.
That's, I'd like to see the Knights throw that slant at some point. Sometimes it's just a little bit of an easier throw, and it's definitely there because Avery's just on a bit of an island with no safety over the top. So that's definitely there for the Knights, but I assume we're going to see him keep it on the ground, see if they can move the chains. And 28-7, you'll start seeing Sullivan pass, and when a team drops back to pass a lot against the Knights, that's when issues can arise as Dennis draws up a few different stunts and blitzes, and usually chaos can ensue.
Should be the last play of the quarter here with this play. Quarterback keeper. And, boy, not what I... Hand that thing off to home, and let's get to the 4th quarter. 21-7. Your score after, don't want to talk too soon, but after 3 quarters as the seconds are trickling down. We'll step aside and take a quick break, come back for quarter number 4. Northview football, right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
Welcome to Brazil.
You are watching Northview High School football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021, Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
What a great crowd we've had here tonight at homecoming here at Northview. The student sections are out in force. They're making lots and lots of noise. The whiteout over the Northview student section. And, boy, it's just a great atmosphere for high school football. Beginning the 4th quarter, 2nd and 8 for the
One
Northview
adjustment
Knights.
right off the bat is, well, Tyler Lee's in a running back for one, and they have Gabe Stockton back at kind of his H-back, fullback position. We've seen Tyler Lee there a lot today, so that's one adjustment that I can notice right off the bat from the Knights is Gabriel's more in an up position, kind of playing fullback, where he was down in like a double tight type set most of the first half.
Nice to see Amer get a couple plays off here coming out of the third quarter break.
Tyler Lee just a junior, Kyle Kati just a junior, Amir Holman just a junior. So next year they're loaded.
That's right.
A great freshman class, across the board in several different sports.
So, flag. Who moved first? Oh, that's a killer. 3rd and 6 now after that penalty. Had 3rd and 1. Now, wouldn't be surprised to see Amir back in this game, and here he comes. Yep. One for 3rd and 6. He's coming in.
So Dalton Simmons has been in there at tight end. Amir was out, lead back to tailback. So I assume we'll see Gabriel go back to tight end here. Yep. Avery Perry, the lone wide receiver for the Knights. Inside powered Amir.
There we go. And he's going to fall forward for that first down, it looks like. As 3rd down and 6, and you go power, and hey, you're going to do what we're going to do, right?
Yep. I mean, they've been doing it for a decade.
Yeah.
So, it's effective.
Absolutely.
Up 2 scores. The Knights score here. We expect to see Sullivan start to air it out. This 4th quarter is going to last a little bit longer than the others, I assume. But we'll see. No rush here for the Knights. They're going to let the play clock go ahead and wind down. They're in no hurry. They're just trying to get a W.
Great clock management is what we normally see from the Knights. Here comes
QB counter to Kati.
Looking for a block, not getting it. A nice tackle right there by Gaines. Just would love to see a couple of fewer of these keepers going to some dangerous territory. You know what I'm saying? Right in that slot area where, right in the hash, where you're going to see a couple linebackers waiting for you.
Yeah, Sullivan has done a good job so far in terms of containing this rush offense. Now, I'm not sure. I haven't seen the statistics. We have to be close to
200.
I would say 3.
Okay.
Because I just think Kyle had like a 75-yard touchdown, so that makes up a massive portion.
Amir sidesteps one, puts his head down, and reaches his arm forward for a little bit more. It's going 3rd down and very manageable here for the Knights.
Seemingly, nothing there. Amir turns it into a quick 5.
Yeah. 3rd down and 3 now. So 3rd and 6, we went power. 3rd and 3, and you would think this
also
maybe 2 down
if
territory.
you feel as a coach that you're going to win this game, you have to trade film with Owen Valley, you have to trade film with Terrell South, so you're not going to put anything new on film right now. There's no reason to. If you feel like you can just keep doing what you're doing, running your base offense, you're just going to keep doing it. No reason to give them any sneak previews of what you might do in the future.
Holman dragging an arrow for a last couple of yards. Easily gets that first down, another about 6 yards on that play. And once again, the sticks move. The clock keeps winding down as it is now. The game clock has now started again. So it's a nice drive
right
here.
Where the Knights, want to find themselves in the driver's seat, letting the clock tick down. Homecoming.
Yeah.
Looking like they're going to get a W.
Have a little party somewhere tonight, maybe.
I don't know
Undisclosed
about that. What are you talking about? These are
undisclosed.
young kids.
Nothing official. There'll be a kickback. It's a kickback now. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Not a party. It's a kickback. Kati. Nice run there. First down once again for the Knights as, the offense has found its groove. Say what?
Nah, I don't know. Nothing.
Trickling under down to 8 minutes to go. So maybe this 4th quarter won't be so long after all. I probably spoke too soon.
Yep.
8 minutes too soon, probably. As the game started very fast for the Knights, but Sullivan has made them earn everything they have amassed since then. One turnover on the evening. Lee gets chopped down. Held on to the ball, though. Another chunk of yards, though.
Yeah, the Knights have been consistently the last 2 drives getting 8-9 yards.
Yeah, they have.
6 when they need it, moving the chains, keeping the clock going. We'll look for Sullivan to get that ball, spread them out, and throw it around the yard a little bit.
We're getting a timeout. Yeah, we're getting a timeout by Sullivan. They got to give this defense a little bit of break. 7:28 to go. We'll be right back.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom,
When I fill a prescription,
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy,
Downtown Brazil.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Oh, coming out of the timeout, first and goal from the 9 is quarter number 4. We're almost halfway through. Knights trying to put this game pretty much away if they can punch it in here. Here comes Tyler Lee. Tyler Lee's gotten a lot of carries here in this fourth quarter. I like that. You're saving some of the wear and tear on Iman Holman. I'd love to see if you need 4 straight carries by Tyler Lee. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to see Kati run the ball anymore today. I don't see it being that. I mean, I'm not saying what they should and shouldn't do, but my preference is I got to be careful how I word this. We got a couple of races over there that know a little bit more about football than I do.
They don't take offense to me.
Well, I'm just saying.
They don't care.
I don't know football. They do.
Sure.
But I'm just going to say my opinion is I want to see the ball
I think you're probably
being
right.
carried by Kati.
I think we'll see. They'll run it down.
Oh, yeah.
Probably some sort of inside power here to Tyler Lee or a QB counter. Yep.
Lee with the ball gets chopped down to 3. That's okay. Gets 1 yard. You got 2 more downs to work with, and that's
DJ Gaines on the tackle.
That's another, close to minute and a half.
Yeah.
So
the sophomore DJ Gaines has played well this evening,
he has,
offensively and defensively.
I agree with you.
Some good open field tackling from Sullivan. Sullivan, tough matchup next week again. They're going back to back Northview, and then Linton.
Boy, it's tough.
You don't want moral victories or anything like that, but Sullivan has played well this evening, all things considered.
Can Avery Perry be any farther from the far side?
No, but that's what you want. Just get
I know,
that
I'm
DB
just
out
saying.
of the way.
There's Kati, the
touchdown.
I was just saying, he looked like he was almost off the field. He was so far.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Get that DB all the way out of the picture.
Yep.
Sneak Kyle in there. That's touchdown run 6 on the year.
For Kati, I believe so.
7.
Let's see.
He's had 2 this evening.
Look it up.
Some of the Sullivan fans starting to.
Yeah, number 6.
That's 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's
6 rushing touchdowns for Kyle Kati in 3 games, averaging about 2 touchdowns a game. He has to have over 100 again. He's had 100 in every game. I think Imir is close to 100 tonight. So, again, the Northview 1-2 punch, literally looking like they're going to run their way both to 1,000-yard seasons with relative ease.
28-7. We'll be right back.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, wcindianafca.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Richie Alexander with a very nice kick.
Returned by number 16, James Probst, the 6'3", 185-pound junior.
Scoring update from Bloomington North. The Panthers, no, they're the Cougars, aren't they? The Cougars are down to the Braves, 21-10. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Braves, boy, 15 minutes away from a really big Conference Indiana win.
Absolutely.
Got to be able to hold on. You know, that's one of those things, learning how to win games. I know game number 1 against Gibbons Southern wasn't able to win that game. So
yeah, we do have a new quarterback here for Sullivan, John Wiley, the 5'10", 175-pound junior. Again, Sullivan does play Linton next week. So, you know, I don't know if they're conserving Rowdy or saying, hey, we're down 3 scores, 5 minutes left. Why risk an injury? It's going to be really difficult to make up. You know, they've had 3.5 quarters. They've only scored 7. It's going to be tough to score 21 with half a quarter left. So,
well, I wonder
if Coach Caden's making a sharp move there.
I wonder if stylistically there's something that we're looking for here.
No,
so it'll be interesting.
No. Rowdy can throw. They're just conserving him.
Okay. Well, I just, you know, this is a Conference Indiana game. Next week is not. I know it's a big game. You have a full 4 quarters there.
Sure.
Whereas here you have a half of one. But I don't know that I you know, for a non-conference game next week, I don't know that I would make that move.
I'm trying to find Rowdy right now. But
they're down one
next week presents a situation where maybe Coach Caden feels like he's more capable of winning. I just think he looks at the clock right now and realizes, hey,
okay,
it's just going to be tough to come back from this one.
Boy, oh boy, that was a disaster waiting to happen as the ball was overthrown and the collision kind of ensued. Both players knew that there was a player there and we're looking at them and not the ball, so nobody hurt. 4th down and 1 now. You see the arrows will go for this.
Looking like the Knights will walk away on homecoming with a victory to go to 3-0 on the season.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Coach Rates knows there's a lot of things that they can improve on, but I think that's a compliment to this team that you're sitting at 3-0.
Wow.
And you can say, oh.
How about that? Wait a minute. I'm going to cut you off here. 4th down and 1. Boy, I thought that was going to be a little closer than
Knights ball.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Boy, that 4th down and 1, you want to be able to pick that up. The Knights defense strong. Go ahead with your point, though.
Yeah, I think we might see Colton Bath here. Let's see if Kati stays in the game. I got a feeling we're going to see 8. Let's see. See if they put the freshman in. I don't see Kyle. He's pretty recognizable.
Yes, he is
out there.
Yes, he is.
He's coming back in.
Okay.
So, like you said earlier, I think we'll probably see a lot of Tyler Lita finish this. We're looking at Dakota Kate in the
I don't know.
All
I see is a towel. How do I know who it is?
Coach's son. Look at. Oh, okay. So Rowdy is out. And I'm not sure if he's hurt. I won't speculate that. I think it's more just a coaching decision.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were pointing out Dakota Caden. Looks like he's been in the weight room at
I know.
Had
a big game, a big win for the Sycamores last night.
Looking like a real deal Division I athlete. Hopefully other people were watching. Like
the shirt off. You see that?
The
shirt
guns
off.
out, guns out. It's night time. I love that.
Yeah.
Good for you. Tatted up, feeling good, feeling young.
1-0 on the season.
1-0 on the season.
Had a big injury last year to cut his season short. Nice to see him back under this.
COVID kind of threw it all off, but actually might end up benefiting him if he can heal up. I'm unsure in terms of I think he's recovered.
Yeah,
fully,
he played last night.
An extra 2 years to recover is massive for him.
Absolutely.
So I think he still has 3 years eligibility. Don't quote me on that.
Oh, Kati running the ball makes me nervous. Gets the first down and more. I just worry about things like this. I'm not going to say it anymore.
Kyle's a gamer.
I know he's a gamer.
He's You know, him and Imir both, like I said, they're both fairly easily going to eclipse 1,000 yards. It just really depends on sectional draw and how many games they can win in the sectional. If they get to the sectional championship again, I mean, we could see some
big numbers,
wild high school numbers from these two in the rushing department.
I agree.
Let's see if we go Tyler Lee here on some inside power and get out of here.
First down and 10 running. Lee chopped
Great
down.
tackle by number 5, Joshua Wins.
So you look at the Northview Knights. Well, let's look at Sullivan next week. We talked about Linton. Then after that, Greencastle, Owen Valley, Edgewood. So a couple of winnable games with Greencastle, the Edgewood, you would think, but Owen Valley. All of those three, importantly, will be at home. For the Northview Knights next week, they'll to West Vigo. So rivalry game there. It'll probably be homecoming there. Wouldn't be surprised. So
that'd be a bad team to schedule on homecoming.
I know. You're right.
That'd be a bad team to schedule on homecoming, Walt.
Well, they probably had it tonight, Greencastle. That would be a little bit more advisable.
I bet. Maybe they might have it with the Knights in town. You never know. I don't think they really look at that too much. Tyler Lee looking to bounce it outside. Looks like probably a hold.
Yeah. So the Northview Knights, next win next week at West Vigo. Hopefully with health, be okay there.
Yep.
And then the travel on September the 16th to Owen Valley. So we scheduled that. We're circled that one. I know the Knights have been looking at that since last year.
That's the WIC championship game.
Yeah, I agree.
Not to count people's chickens before they hatch or whatever, but
the truth
just
is,
in all reality,
injury aside,
well, it would just factoring in that they are probably going to win this one. It does look like it'll come down to OV. In Northview, OV came to Northview last year, and the Knights had a historic team last year, made it to the sectional title game for the first time, but people forget the Knights did not win the WIC last year, as Owen Valley did. Owen Valley made it to a sectional title game as well. Did they win a sectional title last year?
They won the.
And they had their quarterback.
They won the sectional. They did win the sectional. Got beat by Tri-West.
Yep.
So,
Yep. So they won their sectional last year with their quarterback and running back both back.
And we saw them last week. They look good.
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting game in the trenches. Owen Valley's offensive line is massive. Those boys move people out of the doggone way, just like the offensive line for Northview. So I'm looking forward to that matchup in the trenches. I'm really looking forward to that. So, hopefully the passing game for Northview, we talked about the health situation.
Yep.
Getting some guys back like you mentioned.
As far as I understand, Armani Suggs will be back next week. Now, whether or not that means he can play, I'm not sure, but he's explosive. Avery is out there. They have Luke Marlowe in a receiver right now. So we could sit here and say, they need to get their passing game going, but hey, they're about to win another game by 3 scores. Direct snack to Tyler Lee on the mess up.
Yeah,
hold.
Flag.
Going to be a hold.
That's too bad. It's really too bad it's coming back.
Yeah.
But you mentioned needing to get that passing game. We kind of jest about that a little bit, but you look at what Sullivan was able to do, and that's what teams are going to have to do. You would think that, Owen Valley will try to do that. Will stack that box and make Kyle Kati beat you, with his arm, not his legs.
Yep.
So that's that. If whoever can do that the best will be the team that has the best shot at beating Northview. Not to say that nobody has a good shot at them, but that's the team that could be more successful.
This is a really good Northview team.
It is.
That has so much room to grow as well.
They do. The upside on this team is very high.
I mean, looking into next year, Mark has to feel great. Just looking towards next year, not to look too far ahead, but this team is going to be a serious problem to finish out this year and moving into next year, as everybody will be back. But O-line, a lot of graduates, hard to replace that. So we'll see as they move forward. Kati back to pass, maybe just looking to get him going a little bit. He's going to run. Shoestring tackle there by number 55, Dalton Wilkinson, the 5'9", 170-pound junior. Kyle has to be close to, what do you think, Walt, 150?
Yeah, I would think so.
The
game against Gerald Norris, he had more yards than I thought he did.
Yeah,
so
having close to 200.
Yeah, he's a sneaky You know he's out there doing his thing, but he was like, man, I didn't know he had that many yards.
Well, especially when you factor in today, that first touchdown run was every bit
54,
of 70.
55.
What was it? 55?
Yeah, 55.
Yeah, so he's definitely at a buck 50 for sure.
And you are right. 8 touchdowns is what he has. I was wrong.
Is it 8 now?
So he had 2 tonight. I forgot he had 2
tonight.
So
and so he had how many coming in?
That puts him at, gosh, have I messed it up again?
So I think he has 7.
7. That's right. 7. My bad. I'm sorry.
But still, 3 games, 7 touchdowns. I don't know, 500
Looking
yards.
Down the field, going for the corner shot. Not quite there as he was looking for Marlowe.
Cork that thing. I'm glad to see Mark he's not rubbing it in. I know the optics of it might not look good, but that's just Mark trying to get his quarterback involved and get some reps, some live reps. And again, hey, a 3 touchdown victory with plenty of stuff that they can improve on.
Yes.
Only giving up 1 score today is huge.
Lots of penalties,
but the Knights move, to 3-0.
Yeah.
To 2-0 in the Western Indiana Conference.
Yep.
Game next week, and then really, like we said earlier, that conference title kind of swinging on that Week 5 matchup at Owen Valley. And just through personal experience, it's not easy to go to Owen Valley and win.
No, it is not.
You're going to have all sorts of commentary about the officiating in that one. I have no doubt. It's going to be bad. I already know. But Knights moving to 3-0.
Yeah.
Sullivan really put up a great fight there. Love to see Rowdy Adams able to play 3.5 quarters, and I thought Rowdy Adams really played a good game. He was placing the ball, making great reads. So, I thought he did well, stayed healthy. Big game next week, big rivalry game for Sullivan. Linton coming into town. Linton is always a problem. I think, what are they, 3rd in 2A right now? 4th, 5th, top 5 program. And this running the ball thing, we're probably going to see a lot of that next week too with the wing team. Coach Oliver coming into town. Every bit of another 45, 50 carries they're going to have to handle.
You would imagine so, as the Northview Knights get a big victory, 28-7 here. On homecoming is the gentleman shaking hands. We'll step aside for a quick break, come back with our abbreviated postgame show, and send you home right after this on the Indiana Sports Network.
Your all-pro running back, Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an all-pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one all-pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1, you are. You're #1 at York.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
You are watching Northview High School football on the Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Well, the Northview Knights, 28-7 win over Sullivan here at homecoming. Moved to 3-0. Sullivan dropped to 2-1. Both teams have a lot to play for. Northview has their eyes set on the Western Indiana Conference Championship. A lot of work to do. But we talked about that upside for Northview, still very high, the ceiling where this team can go. A couple of ways in which the team can improve to reach their potential.
Yeah, absolutely. It's no secret that the passing game can improve a little bit, but, Coach Rates loves to run the ball. What they're doing is working. What they're doing is effective. Got some people coming back next week, so at the end of the game, Coach Rice is just throwing it just to get Kyle some live reps. No, he wasn't trying to run the score up or anything like that, just giving Kyle some live reps to throw the ball around the yard a little bit, get a little more comfortable with some of his receivers. I felt like Aiden Robbins had a couple good catches today, the senior, and I thought Rowdy Adams played really well for Sullivan.
Right.
Hope he wasn't hurt. Hope it was just like a coaching thing there at the end.
Yeah.
But he was making good reads today. Maybe overthrown just a few, but was throwing the ball around the yard really, and I thought he played a good game. Sullivan came out a little flat, quick 14-0 Northview lead, and the Golden Arrows really, really responded, adjusted a little bit, and really made a game out of something that looked like it was going to get out of hand early, really quick.
And Northview regained their composure for this 28-7 win. I want to remind you that next week we're at Terre Haute South for the Battle of the Belt. North versus South, a couple of teams that are in Bloomington right now. South is ahead, North is not. So we'll see what their records are going into next week. Sunday, in 2 days, we'll be at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology as we kick off that part of our schedule as well. Men's soccer against Washington University. Washington U in every sport is tough. Rose-Hulman, I'm sure, will have their hands full with Wash U. 2:30 first kick is the time on Sunday, and we'll be there 2:15 pregame show. I want to thank our sponsors, Indiana Army National Guard, A-Plus Printing, Farm Bureau Insurance with Micah Bonomo, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, Shaw Chiropractic, and York Automotive. York has locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Camera operators tonight, Cannon Harper, Amy Metcalf, and Grant Hannig. Our director and producer is Mr. Tony Harper. For Brock Miller, I'm Walt Jordan saying good night, God bless. This has been a production of Indiana Sports Network, LLC. Thank you for watching.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.